What's happening, lads? Just before we kick this week's episode off, just to remind you, my tour runs all the way through until the end of May, and I've still got some really big shows coming up, including Cardiff, Blackpool, Leeds, Huddersfield, York, and, of course, Liverpool at the M&S Bank Arena. They're not the only dates, though. Go and check them all out. Full listings at adamrowe.co.uk/tour and help bring home the biggest tour I've ever done. It's been an absolute dream, and I'm so excited for the rest of the schedule. Dan?
If you want to see me live this year, dannightingale.com. I'm doing Dan Nightingale and Fiend shows all around the country. They go from March right through to November. Some of my very funny mates and me on stage. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be mayhem. dannightingale.com for those. But we've got to tell you, before we start today's episode, about our Patreon. The biggest Patreon in the UK, one of the biggest in the world, for a fucking reason.
Patreon.com/haveawordpod. Options to sign up for 3, 5 or 10 quid. But even if you just take the 3 quid option, you get all the bonus content we put out. And that includes early access to these public episodes, a bonus episode every single week, and access to the specials where we release one a month, and they could be absolutely anything. We took the whole team to Nashville and we filmed all that. That was a full 3-parter. We've been to Amsterdam. We've done ghost hunts. We've done lock-ins in here where we've got rotten drunk, and the entire back catalogue of all of that. You get all of it immediately when you sign up at patreon.com/haveawordpod.
If you love this podcast, you will love being a Patreon.
People don't leave once they start. It's the best place to be. You get the best content. You get the naughtiest content. Those Patreon exclusive every week. They've been naughty.
Mm-hmm. Patreon.com/haveawordpod.
Also,
enjoy the episode.
Like the video as well and subscribe and ring the bell and all that. Helps us, cost you nothing.
Get on me.
Know what I mean?
Wag wag, leads. You're listening to the funniest podcast in the game from the heart of Liverpool with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl, and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below the waist grooming.
Go, Ed, get on me.
Welcome.
I'm having me cake and eating it too today. T-shirt under and ham.
Oh, I haven't got my ham out, but fucking this one.
Is that a vest?
This cheese and ham toasty.
The butcher. It looks like a vest.
It does look vesty.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
You have got a vest on.
It's not a vest.
Oh, God.
Or
Has it got sleeves? Promise me it's got sleeves.
it's got sleeves.
Have you got a pickup truck? Truck? You
Has it
can't
got-
do banter if you say it wrong.
Has it got a stain on it?
No.
Yeah.
It's a freshly washed and folded by a lovely company in Kirkdale.
I need that number, by the way.
But I am going to start wearing vests in the summer.
Yeah.
You fucking not.
Vest, cowboy boots.
Denim
Denim
they're just
hot
a
pants?
convenient undershirt, aren't they?
I don't know. What?
What's more convenient about having no sleeves?
Because don't you feel a bit like, sometimes when you've got like a shirt.
The thing
under
is,
your shirt.
what he's factoring in is when
a shirt under me shirt.
Yeah.
I'd feel a bit, If I had a shirt on under me shirt, I'd be like, oh.
A T-shirt under my shirt. You know what I mean,
Carl, what he's factoring in the Nashville, Tennessee weather, which he's going to be experiencing full time when he definitely moves. I think that's what you're sort of dressing.
I do think it's going to be hard to come back from Nashville this time.
You're dressing for the place you want to live in, not the place you live in.
Yeah.
Don't wear the fucking vest.
I do think it's going to be hard to come back.
Why do they call it a wife beater? Now, I've answered my own question in my head and I don't want you to. Okay.
I think you know why.
Yeah, I do know. I've done it. I've already done it. It's
obvious.
bleak.
Would you be able to wear that T-shirt on its own? Because it does look like a very low neck.
Yeah, you look like you're in The Wanted.
Great reference.
Some of your ham is...
Holy shit!
Oh, that's some thin white cotton.
Fucking hell!
It's just a thin little T-shirt.
I know it is, you
get
dirty
it
bitch.
from a long-time low.
Oh my
Is that
God,
The
your
Wanted?
tits look great. Some of your jambon hair is crawling down like
even know which
like
one you
ivy.
Wowza, Rooney! Mate, that is a
For our
T-shirt.
many audio
What's wrong
listeners,
with it?
let me just tell you this. Adam is looking fucking hairy of chest today.
Women love hairy chests on men.
On men. The women of Rotherham like them on themselves.
That's 2 shout-outs to Rotherham in 2 weeks. Someone commented going, yes, Rotherham.
They're never good shout-outs though, are they? I'll tell you where I've been that I loved. Rotherham. Anyway, you look lovely. You do look a little bit southern, but like I say, I think that's what you
We're
want.
getting the photo took today, aren't we? We're taking the photo for the new posters for the Patreons.
For the £10 Patreons.
The £10 Patreons get a free poster. You can't buy it anywhere.
All the existing £10 patrons will be sent the updated posters because we're good eggs.
If you are a Patreon,
£10 Patreon.
if you're a £10 Patreon on Monday the 22nd, whether you've been a Patreon for 4 years or 4 days, you are going to receive 2 new posters signed by us all. 22nd of April, £10 Patreons.
Stop. We're not signing them, are we?
What?
Yeah, they've got gaps to sign, purposely.
I thought this one's not getting signed.
That one's not getting signed, no. But
You've just said 2 new posters signed by us all.
all right, well, 1 poster.
What? It's just signing. It's not hard. It's just pen, just squiggle.
No, Dan.
It'll take half an hour, 40 minutes.
that's
It'll
not-
take you 4 weeks.
It's not my problem, Dan.
What?
It's not my problem, is it?
Yeah, it is.
No, my problem is
What?
that Carl has just said we're signing both of them, and we're not.
I know, but I could sign both of them.
Yeah,
I'm not going to.
But we're not signing both of them.
Why?
So why would we tell people we're signing both
Why
of
are
them?
we not signing both? Well, what I'm saying is, why are we not signing both of them? 2 pens. Do it at the same time.
But
Okay, you get
I'm just
one
clarifying
signed
the thing
poster.
we'd all... I didn't want us to be sending posters out unsigned when
Still
we've just
recording.
promised that they're getting signed.
I think we should be signing both of them. I think you're being fucking lazy. You
takes-
two can't sign posters.
You literally said you didn't want the photograph one signing. You?
Did I?
Yeah.
Why don't I just shut the fuck up then?
It does take 4.5 weeks to sign posters.
No,
as
it
well.
doesn't. It takes 45
No,
minutes.
you lie.
It takes you like, oh God, I can't do it.
I'm happy to sign all of them. It was you kicking off as always.
Oh, here we go. When I was
'Cause you were-
drinking, I was drinking from your Sharpie. Dan, I had 9 Sharpies here. Where have they all gone? These are my pens. And mine sweet pens.
You were drunk because you were fucking robbing everyone's bevies and then you started kicking off.
That needs to all stay in. It's all stay in. I want everyone to know what's going on. I have got early onset dementia, and I've forgotten
Diabetes.
what I've said. But I think we should sign everything. And if you don't get a signed poster, it's because these two cried.
We will sign the poster.
I'll sign the one that's got space to be signed on. It's signing over your beautiful face, do you know what I mean?
Oh.
You've come in looking all fine for it.
Brand new designs, by the way. It's not old one. Brand new. It's going to be fire. So 22nd of April, make sure you're £10 Patreon.
And that's why I've dressed up a little bit.
You listen. You look smart a lot. You either go Tennessee mechanic or
That's what you look like.
heightened drug dealer. They're your two. It's
That's
when
so
you move
accurate.
to Nashville and you turn up in your fucking. I want to say Monterex, but he got.
Finn forgot it was photo day.
I did forget it was photo day.
What, really?
Yeah.
Even though this
I-
morning in the group I said, "Hey, knobheads, it's photo day."
I was here last night. I forgot.
Oh, 420, bro.
So I've got.
You've got your
I've got a
Barry
band
t-shirt on. No,
it's
you
fine.
love that little shirt, don't you?
I love it. It's my favourite. You don't like that? I love it.
It says row from the side.
I do like it, yeah.
You look really nice, Finn.
Thanks, Dan.
Also, the pictures in the back of that.
That's a good point.
It's fine. Don't worry.
You stay over last night?
I did.
Yeah.
What were you getting up to?
What? Anything going on?
I was in Pogues.
Was it?
Ooh, on your own. Just
Summer Blossoms were in Pogues as well, which was nice.
some of what?
Blossoms, the
I thought you
band.
said the summer blossoms were in.
The
Pogue.
Summer Blossoms, yeah. It was very
Oh, yeah, I was
wholesome.
drinking with their manager on the night before.
I'm not one to go and disturb people, though. I'm a big fan of Blossoms, but I was just like, they're having a pint. I'll leave them to it.
Correct. And they thought the same about you.
They probably
But
did.
there's- Finn,
We'll
but
just
we'll-
leave him
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
We
yeah.
won't disturb him.
Yeah.
Did you kiss any women?
No time for the blossoms. I'm necking on.
Not like Harry in Pogues.
Oh, Harry's so in love though, isn't he?
Oh, Harry is a fucking rambunctious little sausage, by the way.
Oh yeah. What's he
He's
been
had a
doing?
pint, mate.
What's he been doing?
Kissing women?
Fucking, like that.
Yeah. He's a horn dog, mate.
Are you a kisser, yeah?
I got a message,
Yeah.
yeah, that said, Harry, please stop power necking in pose.
Are we allowed to say your bird's name? Your girlfriend's name?
Yeah, she.
Big Bev.
She's great.
So me and Bev
Big
were
Bev.
power necking
The thing
in
is,
pose
if you fall in love with the dinner lady, she's going to want some attention.
She isn't a dinner lady, though, is she?
no, she's not. I didn't lady.
Oh, she's a very attractive
Are you into
woman.
kissing, Dan?
What? Bev?
No, women.
I would be.
Do you like
Yeah,
kissing?
yeah. I'd love.
Do you like kissing?
I love kissing. Bumholes.
No,
mouths.
no. I mean, are you into like a...
Do you know what I thought the other day?
Kiss.
It's been a long time since I've had a good ear lick. You know? I remember.
Why are you looking at me like, come on, Adam?
You said I look nice. Come on, it's photo day. Do you know what I mean?
You've always got headphones on.
That's true. Even when I'm kissing.
Ear
Why
defenders.
did you ever lick my ears?
I don't like it when everything's loud.
How often do you kiss?
And
And I don't mean like, see
about
you later, love you. I mean like,
promise you, about 10% of how much I'd like to kiss. Oh, mate. This morning, went in for a goodbye smooch with Laura. It's a morning one. She puckers her arsehole. It's like a... No, hang on. She puckers her lips.
lips.
Yeah.
Because it's a morning one and she's had a coffee and she doesn't feel kissable.
Thinks she's shit.
She thinks she's got bad breath.
She has.
She's very puckered.
Yeah.
And so I get a little peck then.
What do you want in the morning now? Do you want a little fucking tongue fuck in the morning?
Yeah, that's wild, that,
More
mate.
kissing, mate.
Especially when you're fresh and they're not.
Oh, I don't mind, you know. I get in there in the morning. Muck.
I'd rather that than the other way around.
Really, yeah?
Yeah, because I just get like...
About you all self-defense.
If a girl goes on, like, brushes her teeth and gets back in bed and you're sat there and you can taste, like, poo in your mouth.
That's not good.
That's never
You
good.
just
think,
like...
what was
and
I
then they
doing
go
last
for it,
night?
you're like, whoa. I just think of shit here, love.
What are you doing?
Do you remember when you're both drunk and your breath must be absolutely humming, but you're like, don't give a fuck. You're both boozed up, and then in the morning when you're like,
Why don't you just go in for a little cum here, girl? Kiss.
This might be quite dangerous, but I like the smell of alcohol on a woman's breath.
Nashville. Nashville mechanics, but I like the smell of alcohol.
is that Tommy Welps?
Yeah. Teddy Swims.
Teddy Swims, that's it. Tommy
We learned about
Welps.
Teddy Swims. Is that one you like?
What?
Is that one of the
Teddy
ones you
Swims.
like?
He's
Is
good.
that one of the ones you like?
I don't know a lot about him at the minute.
Yeah, but I didn't. I thought we were making up names. I honestly, so I came up with, as he said Teddy Swims, I was like, that's funny. I'll come up with Jimmy Nibbles. And then it quickly came out that I'd been making up names and Teddy Swims is a real fucking... Who's Tommy Welps? Have I just made that up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swimmer.
I like the taste of alcohol. Is it smell or taste?
He was in ground for.
Either.
Oof. Or either. Or either. Oh, yeah.
Maybe you need to start kissing more.
Carl, don't come to me like I'm keen, mate.
But we've told you,
You
this
say
a
you're
million
keen, no,
Like
but
an elbow song, mate. Hour-long hungry kisses. I'm into it.
You know
I've
this
been
band called Keen that you could have just gone for?
Yeah, I wanted to do the line from an elbow
But you're
song.
saying you're into all this stuff and you want it, but you're not like taking the steps to sort it out, are you? You're saying you want your ears licked, you're walking around with headphones on. You're saying you want to get noshed off, you've always got your pants on. Like, you're not making it easy.
Yeah. And I could be kissing my wife, but I'm minesweeping. I know. She didn't want to kiss me. I've just stolen some bird's gin and tonic. Yeah, I know. Right, so I'll stop all of that and just start necking on with Laura.
I love the idea of every 2 minutes.
Just
you've
for
got a
any
different
new
cocktail.
listeners, obviously, because there's going to be people tuning in for the first time today, because Neil is a big guest. Darren's got a reputation for being a man who harbours snakes and robs bevies.
Hey, and if you're a new listener, this is the bullshit bell. This is one drink stolen, and now it's a
isn't.
character assassination.
No, it is.
Absolutely.
We can't keep doing this every week, okay? 'Cause
You're
are
going to
get
try,
bored of it.
though. You're going to try.
No, you just need to be honest about it.
Whose
You
coffee is
love robbing bevies.
Is that mine? Dying for a coffee.
Look, we accept it as a personality flaw. You know, none of us are perfect, are we? You know?
No, you are.
I'm not that good on a motorbike.
No, I'm asthmatic.
Yeah. You rob bevies.
I'm asthmatic on motorbike. But I won't wear a helmet. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I'd love more smooching.
Have you ever thought that Laura might be kind of a bit Muslim?
Have you looked closely?
Holy shit. I've been wondering where she's been going on Fridays.
Because I don't know if it's a specifically Muslim thing, actually. It's definitely a Turkish thing. Kissing's not a big part of the culture. Like actual smooching.
Well, then she's a devout Muslim.
I hate to break it to you, but that might have happened.
Yeah.
How weird would that be if your
Are you
missus
sure
converted
like
to
Muslim
Islam?
women don't like kissing, or is there just something in the way?
I'm just aware that. Yeah.
A fucking valid question.
Yeah, some fabric.
I'm just aware that it's seen as like dirty. Like that's not in like a that's dirty. Is it like that's dirty?
Like licking
That's
women
where,
out.
that's where food goes.
yeah.
Like look at my man out.
No, isn't that
Said a
Jamaican?
14-year-old producer.
Yeah.
Jamaicans don't lick pussy.
And
do they?
Italians, because I've watched The Sopranos.
Yeah.
We literally had this conversation on pod last week.
Wasn't last week. You weren't here.
I was.
You spoke about licking pussy.
Last
I mean, we
week.
definitely
I
did.
was here for one of them, wasn't I?
I'll ask the question that got ignored while we get this back on track. How weird would it be if your wife converted to Islam without you knowing it? That would be such a weird fuck you, wouldn't it?
Is that the weirdest religion for her to convert
It'd be
to?
really weird for me because I'm not married.
Yeah, it will be. Adam, I'm your
double
wife.
news.
My
I'm your
name's-
wife, by the way. Wow, and I'm Muslim. Wow.
Whoa. I'm gonna stop drinking. Yeah, that would be. I feel like it would be almost offensive, not because of the Islam, which I'm very respectful of.
What's the worst one? Finn.
Worst? I didn't say worst. I said weirdest.
Oh, weirdest. What's the weirdest one?
Weirdest? I don't know. Satanism.
Is that a
Is that a
religion?
religion?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. It's actually quite a cool one. As in, like, it's all about worshipping yourself. Like, I'm the best.
I am a Satanist then. Most evenings in my bed with lube, so that's fine.
Interesting.
you
I've
sing
given
that?
my life to Christ.
Nashville.
Just move. He's ready. He's 100% ready. I'll just stay in Sorgal, Cheshire with my Muslim wife.
I think the least convenient one for me, for my wife to convert to, would be Islam. That would be the least convenient. I'm not saying she can't. I'm not saying I hate anyone, okay? I'm just saying that would do my head in the most.
Bevies and
Because
pork.
you love a bevy and a bacon sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is there any sort of like devout Muslims who would just let me crack on? Because I have like a devout Muslim wife who would just let me have a bacon butty and a few Guinness. And she just
I think the word
I
de-
let him do what he wants to do.
She's she's proper scout. Hey, salama fucking leichem. Yeah, I'm from round here, but I am devout Muslim. A lot of people went to the Catholic school. I thought, no, I'm going to a Muslim faith school.
We have Muslims in our school,
Yep.
Yeah.
in our Catholic high school.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how does
No
that work?
Muslim schools by us, so got to go somewhere, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did it? So, all right, cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Did they do anything?
So, what did they? At what point
Maths.
did? Yeah,
love
just maths. Came in for maths. with all right, cool. It's such a lot of bollocks. Why do we have to have schools affiliated with religion? Just teach kids stuff. What the fuck does it have to be from one team of who believes what?
It must be like getting slowly phased out because I don't. We had RE lessons,
Yeah.
which were like, there's God in that, and here's the book, and there's some Jews over there, and that was
yeah.
pretty much like the whole.
Here's religion
That was
at a
the-
Catholic high school. Those two kids at the back, they're from the wrong team. Face that way. East, I imagine. We'll teach the kids who are right.
By the time I was in school, it wasn't RE anymore. It was BE, which was belief education.
Oh my god.
And we were learning about.
my.
Were you the same, Harry? No. Yeah, ours was
It's
belief
BA
education.
now. It's be asked. No one can be asked.
But we learned about
Got a BA in
Sikhism,
religion.
Triple the
Sikhism,
beds.
Buddhism. We did all of them. We did all the big hitters.
Yes, so did we.
Oh right, I thought.
But
you
I think,
just learned
from what I've
Christianity.
understood about Catholic schools, they did all of them, but it was like 90%.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah, it was, but like you could tell. Like we had like a religious RE teacher as well, and then like the stand-ins were sort of like you could tell they sort of half believed, but they weren't asked. They
No.
weren't like being like, this is the.
But the curriculum's like, so when we learned about religious studies, it was pretty much split. But every time I talked to someone from a Catholic school, it's like they were like, and this is what's really going on. And this is, this is God and everything, what we're teaching. And then these mad cunts do this. But that's never mind about that. Like it's 90% Catholicism.
Yeah, but even the Catholicism bit, they were sort of like, don't worry, be asked.
Right.
Sarah's had to teach Arlene. She's an atheist, but you have to say it as you believe it. Otherwise, the kids are like, "This is bollocks."
Yeah, but like, because it's just another part of the curriculum, isn't it? Some teachers probably don't believe in Pythagoras theorem, but they still have to tell the kids about it.
It's still real.
I mean, Etta's going to a C of E school. She's into it, believes, she
Is it true
loves
that
it.
Catholic schools are better? I always say like, "Oh, the Catholic schools are better, aren't they?" So you want to be fucking.
Yeah, that's what you've been told by
No,
a
but I'm
Catholic overlord.
Yeah,
By
but is
your
that,
Pope.
is that not real? I've always heard that.
I can't see that is across the board, surely. Like, just because you're a Catholic school, you're a better school? Or are they just stricter?
I don't know. I've always heard that. You want to get them baptized so we can go to the Catholic schools. They're better.
All right.
That does sound like conspiracy
Propaganda, yeah.
to recruit children, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Get them baptized.
All Hallows round our way was a good school. That was the Catholic school.
Like the Blue Coat's probably the best school in Liverpool. I don't think that's affiliated at all, is it?
No, it won't be. Isn't it like a college? I know it's a school, but like, it's not like religious at all, is it?
So close to getting in there, but I threw it in the bin.
Oh, what happened?
Me mum and dad broke up about 3 days before the exam, so I just put it in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then this would never have happened because you two wouldn't have met.
Well, you never know, though, do you?
Something bigger might have happened and you might not have been here.
Oh, hang on. What did we just do then?
Is he my dad?
Sorry, what? Do you think you're each other's one, but in a platonic way?
Me
Did
and
you
Carl.
just tell me?
Yeah.
Do you think that if you hadn't gone to school, you two fucking numpties would still find each other as Bezos?
Dan, I'm your friend. I didn't go to school with you.
No, this is not the same friendship. This
Did
as
we go to
all-
school together?
I didn't go to school with Steve either.
No, I know. But you know, you are sat here as friends now because you did go to school together. Your paths crossed.
Yeah.
If you'd gone to totally different schools and met each other at 26?
26.
Oh, yeah. 26 on a night out, do you think you'd still end up as absolute
Adam lives
Bezos?
with Jack. We met him 2 years ago.
All right, cool.
You've got like 10 ones, best friend ones out there.
I think some things are just meant to be. Me and him are meant to be.
You would live such a sad life.
I live such a
It's pathetic.
normal, practical life.
No.
No, but you think there's
You
a
just
higher
got no-
power going.
there's
I
no
tell you
love
what.
in your heart.
Tell you what. These two lads, they're meant to be together, causing fucking murder. You know, I am an all-powerful God, a benevolent, omniscient, omnipotent.
That's not what I'm saying.
Powerful God, and yeah, there's floods in fucking Bangladesh, but never mind that. Carl Reigler and Adam Rowe are gonna wind Les Dennis up to fuck, and I have to make that happen. Woe betide me as an all-powerful God.
I'm not saying a God has forced us together. I'm saying the universe.
And God didn't make the universe.
What?
God didn't make the universe.
Do you not believe in stuff like that? Do you not think some things are just meant to be?
I think you two are fucking
You
brilliant
know, if we
best
hadn't
mates. It's
brought
beautiful.
Will in a couple of years ago, do you honestly reckon if we'd have brought some other camera cunt in, that things would be as good and flowing and like, wasn't he meant to be? Yeah, wasn't he meant to be part of the team?
No.
Imagine if Welsh Tom had stayed instead of Finn. Do you
that'd
think
be-
everything would be exactly the same?
That'd be great. And
Oh. Shout out Welsh Tom.
Yeah, he's a great lad.
got so
But it
close.
was meant to be. It was
got
meant to be
so
little Finn,
close.
wasn't it? His little Bowie t-shirt, his little haircut and that.
yeah, imagine
Like,
if that was Welsh Tom
I
going,
love
I'm
the
Welsh.
t-shirt.
And my name's Tom.
Instead we got Welsh Finn.
yeah.
He's not.
Totally
is he?
different.
One of a mank Finn.
Mank.
Yeah.
Just listen, I think you're right. And this
like
is
that.
all beautiful.
Say
And
that.
I'm glad it happened. And it's wonderful.
Jurgen Klopp in Liverpool. Do you think that was meant to be?
Harry Robinson was a mere listener. Now he sits on the couch.
He willed
Yeah,
himself
I
into this
manifested
company.
that, to be fair.
Oh, but what you're saying is that this was all written thousands of years ago, apparently, by the fates.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is none of us are that important. Just a talented guy with a camera
That is
who
so-
filmed some gigs for Freddie Quinn, who we went, that guy's good, isn't he? And he's dead sound. And then it's become beautiful, a beautiful working relationship. And I love him. He's one of my new best mates. It's not written.
Ooh, there was no need for the word new there, was there? Why caveat that?
I know
He's
what
one of
you
me new friends.
He's one of my. He's a new one of my 10.
Last in, first out. You know, I was going to shoot someone.
I just don't. I don't believe it was written in any stars or there's
Well, I
any
do.
like over. and
Because
that's-
I've got more faith than you.
I think that is pretty.
Yeah.
That is well documented.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you've got faith in. It's just a made up like
Love.
happy land.
Yeah. You have a weird defense mechanism.
I think I am more a believer in love.
Oh, you
Because I
fuck.
literally believe that's all you make. You have to manifest it yourself. You're going, I don't even have to do anything. It's all written for me.
No.
I'll do fuck all. Will Hutchby will just turn up. It was meant to be hundreds of years ago.
That's not
It was
what I'm
written
saying.
in the annals of time.
That's not what
I
I'm
have
saying.
to work for these friendships and form these bonds of love. Because I think if I fuck it up, they
But
just
you're
go.
not as likable as me.
Adam,
You have to work.
Adam, I think fine.
Drink your own drink.
It doesn't come
Is
as
this
naturally
mine?
to
Is
you.
this yours? But
I believe we have to work for it.
no, you don't. You believe in fate.
No, but I believe it. I've got.
Oh,
I'm
you believe in
I'm
fate
having
until
my
you-
cake and eating it
Yeah,
too.
there you
You've
go.
got to work for your good fate.
Yeah, Dan, just
There's
because...
a good fate and a bad fate, and if you work hard, you get your good one.
There's loads of possible outcomes.
Yeah.
Oh, then I too believe that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but-
believe that your behaviour affects the many possible outcomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you
Yeah.
put the outcomes there,
But by putting good energy and effort into the universe, you get the good ones that are meant to be.
So right, hang on.
got to work for it.
So hang on.
I know this is complicated.
No, it's not that complicated. You're saying there's pre-written fates that you can choose and decide which ones you want to do. And if you work hard and you decide on one fate,
No, you're
then
twisting
that
your words.
fate was
No.
meant to happen.
You're twisting me with. Some things are meant to happen, but you have to work to push the universe in the direction.
Have
of
you
them.
ever watched Bandersnatch?
I was just about to say that life is a choose your own adventure, and
Life is a roller coaster.
Have you ever watched Bandersnatch, Dan?
No.
It's a thing where what you choose affects the next move. So it's all there. There's thousands of possibilities that pre-exist, but then you choose which route to take.
But some
how
things
many
along that way
possibilities?
are inevitable no matter what, including me and Carl being best friends.
Right, okay, cool. Thousands or millions of possibilities?
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, millions.
Millions of possibilities? Then
There's so many for
I believe
Bandersnatch.
in your version of fate. If all outcomes are
Not
possible...
all of them, because that's the infinite universe. That means that's Elton John. You don't believe in that. You said that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
So you believe in our smaller fate version.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. That I believe there's a fate where me and Adam keep working together. This podcast goes on from strength to strength. And also that if I get a knife out and stab him, that will end.
Yeah.
So I believe,
So
which one's fate?
Bandersnatch. There's not that many choices as you go through. There's like this or that, like maybe 10 times.
Is it a choose your own adventure?
Yeah.
And a lot of them lead to the same result.
Yeah, but there are 1 trillion combos.
Wow.
1 trillion.
So how many crossroads with decisions?
Plenty. That won't be listed. But how many ends are there?
5.
But that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
There's 1 trillion decisions you can make, but there might only be 5 outcomes that are ever going to happen.
Oh, there's
So
only
there's
one
5
outcome.
fates. There's not an infinite amount of fates. There's 5 fates, and your good and bad decision could lead you to one of your 5 fates.
I mean, when we're close, you're now closer to what I believe, but I don't believe any of those fates are pre-written. I just think you're in control of your own destiny. But that's fine. That's great. I think to accuse me that
Do you not think this was meant to be?
I just don't. Yeah, like it's brilliant. Changed my life. Best thing I've ever done.
That's not what I asked, is it?
Don't think it's meant to be. I think we made it happen.
Yeah.
Through will and ability, hard work and talent.
But then you also
and the many-faced gods who blessed us. Sorry.
on. Also
the
the
many-faced, infinite,
Timing,
unbeknownst
timing
God.
was
We were all
perfect.
there at the same time.
The god of timing.
No, like the lockdown helped massively.
Yeah. We started a podcast just before this pandemic hit. Without the pandemic, it doesn't accelerate the podcast the way it does. Without that acceleration, we wouldn't have been ready to hire Carl the second he got back from Japan.
Millions had to die to make this podcast.
Can you imagine if you were
today.
6, 8
Yeah,
weeks,
you miss your granddad, but look what we're doing on Patreon.
6, 8 weeks behind, and I come on, I was like, I've got to get a job. And I had to get a job and got lads, I haven't got time for that. And then I was never a part of this.
The
But, like,
timing was perfect, almost like it was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
You know?
Like
we
Klopp-
hired
like
Finn
Klopp
just
and
before
Liverpool.
his fucking ex bought a cat and tried to kill him. You know?
that was kind of our
I
fault.
didn't mention the attempted murder, but yeah.
Yeah. It's all meant to be. It's beautiful. What's meant to be today? Do you know? This?
We won't
More?
know until the end of the day.
We won't know until the end of the day. There's 5 options. There's me, Satan self-worshipping in my
No,
bed.
there's 2
Having a
yeah.
I tell you what, these are probably my 5 outcomes for the day.
They all ended in you masturbating though.
They all probably ended me masturbating.
I think it's so sad that you, like, there's just nothing. Like, there's just
No, there's
nothing.
no. There's everything.
The Tin Man?
There's literally in mine. There's everything,
There isn't, though.
and it's us that create it. You create it. You got this love that we talk about is on you. In mine, it's infinite the possibilities because I am making them. In you, it's like I'm on a Skeletrix track. Let's hope I get in the right lane. Nice one, Jesus, or whoever the fuck you are.
Can't switch lanes on a scale extra stuff.
You absolutely can.
you also
There's
can't-
lane switches. Shut the fuck
Yeah, but if you go
up.
too fast, you fall off.
What isn't that? Hey, that's like life, innit?
Yeah.
You go too
It is.
fast, you fall off.
Life is like a scale extra stuff, actually.
Life is
I
like
haven't used one for ages.
Literally.
What?
I haven't used Scale F6 for ages. Oh, I love the smell.
Oh my god, I'd
You
love
know
loads
the
of
smell of
Skeletrix.
Skeletrix?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Oh,
smells
absolutely.
like
Why
rubbery.
don't we get, like, the world's biggest scale extra track for the lobby?
Buy it now.
That is the best, stupidest idea you've ever had.
We can put the Voldemort in the middle of it.
100%. The smell of it when it started like fucking burning up,
Yeah.
that turns me on a bit.
There you go.
225 quid for a massive one.
Oh.
So what if we buy
almost
4
like we
of
were
those?
meant to buy it.
Oh my god. Thank you. Whoever you are. That's amazing.
But we said something you really wanted.
And it was written. The Fates wrote it. Right. Cool.
And you got a Sky Electric, so I'll be happy.
You keep saying Britain like there's some fucking monk with a fucking pen and paper going.
Well, hang
"Give
on.
Dan a Sky
I know,
Electric stack." Like, I'm just saying it's just nice and meant to be. And isn't that a romantic way to feel about the universe? Not that there's just fucking abyss and nothingness and no love and
Everyone's
emptiness.
just
and
No!
shit.
You keep saying no love! It's all the same amount of love. You're just in charge of the love. Stop making my universe less love-based than yours.
Yours is just full of shite.
Yours is just a fucking bleak abyss with no overlord. Who's writing it? I'm just saying the fates are constructed. It's like a fucking Meccano set of love.
McCann will be sick as well.
It's not written down anywhere. There's no book that we're ever going to find when it goes, "Get Dan a Sky Electric stack." That just doesn't exist.
Can we get 4? Do you know what I always wanted to do? Is to get the most electrics and then just like quadruple it and like make it a...
I never had one.
Was it after your time?
Just real, innit?
It's just real.
No, I think you were born after Skeletrix.
I was playing FIFA, yeah.
Didn't have cars.
Yeah. Because we had Sabutio back in the 80s.
We didn't. Oh.
Which was amazing until you actually
had
tried
Sabutio.
to play Sabutio.
Did you ever play it?
Yeah, but it wasn't fun to play. It was just fun to look at.
I had the thing.
When you
so
got
I
the
looked at them.
team, my era of Sabutio is Liverpool, grey candy away.
89?
Paul
Is
Ince.
that?
What? When did they win? Oh no, that was before. When was the Merseyside FA Cup final? 87?
1897.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was 87, wasn't it?
Let's have a look.
Anyway, in and around then, that's when I started watching football. My absolute Sabutio era
You know when it was?
that grey.
Yeah. I thought, it's 89.
Was it 89?
Yeah.
Was that the
I thought it was 89.
All Liverpool Cup final?
Yeah.
Wow. That was my Sabutio era. And also the Adidas
The
Tango
Yeah.
Classic.
balls. And like Adam was saying, you'd set it all up. It'd be fucking amazing. And then actually play it and it's just dog shit. You're just flicking plastic against it. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, we had Xbox, isn't it?
I still do it though.
It's my 20th year playing FIFA. I'm
stopped.
still shit at it.
I've stopped.
Makes-
So is he, and it's the best thing.
No,
You-
I've been playing just offline with
no,
Jack.
that's what I mean. But I mean, like the
He's in
old-
4-1 with 10 men last night.
I'll always play FIFA if you want a game, but I'll never go online and play Ultimate Team.
You're not buying packs.
No, if you're at home going, I wish just stop. It's fucking awful. It's a scam. It's awful, and I've been a part of it for too long, and I hate it now. And if you're thinking about stopping, let me be
like
your
a cult,
guide.
innit?
And listen, if you want to stop, it was probably written, you know? It's meant to be. So ring Carl.
Don't ring me.
Hey.
No breakdown.
I'd love one. It was meant to be. Hello, everyone. Time to talk about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's manscaped.com.
Promo code WORD20, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with that code at manscaped.com. Look, it's the very best in men's below the belt and above the belt grooming now. They've got the performance packages. You get all sorts of products from them. You can get products to shave your balls, shave your cock, shave your face, shave your muzzy, trim your nose hair, trim your ears hair. And then you can also put this stuff on your balls and stuff. You get a bit of toner, ball deodorant. There's undies you can get. They come with this little travel bag that I use to go on the road with now. You get a little newspaper with it.
Upgrade your pyob game. Can't be having big old hairy pyob bushes. Shave them. Treat yourself right. Treat your lady right. Treat your gentleman right. And if you're giving a gift to a man, stop buying him shit that he doesn't want. Manscaped.com for some quality presentes.
It is the best stuff on the market. And with 20% off with the promo code WORD20, you can't go wrong. Get your pubes trimmed. You'll get sucked off more. What is there to lose?
Manscaped.com. I caught Etta stealing in the cinema.
Come on, baby.
It was such a good move. It was so great. Didn't Bolliker just gave her an A? Be smart.
Little fist bump.
No,
No,
it's not. I can't be like, yeah, fill your fucking pockets.
Get me
girl.
some.
No.
What was it? Pick and mix.
So we went to the pick and mix. We went to Nando's, me, Etta and Jack, which is happening more often now. We're going for a little trio of... Don't get jealous, Finn. You're not my real son. And although I do love you, and I don't have to change you, so I do like you more than mine
You do
sometimes.
that out of love, don't you?
Went for a little Nando's, and then because, you know, and you're on the complex, aren't you, with the fucking Nando's and the Zzz's, but also the cinema. So we went, right, we'll go and get some pick and mix.
He's always said cinema, and he's put an extra A in the middle of athlete.
He does do that. I've
Athlete?
noticed that. Yeah, you've added another
Athlete.
syllable.
Athlete.
Like a little 6-year-old learning the language for the first time.
Athlete.
Slow learner.
Athlete.
Just athlete.
Athlete. Right.
6.
Went in the cinema.
You big athlete.
How am I spelling cinema? With an R on the end.
Cinema.
Cinema. Cinnamon bun. Get a cinnamon bun and go to the cinema.
No, I get a
Would
cinnamon
you call it a cinnamon bun?
Depends if I'm ordering it in Jamaica.
Can I get a cinnamon bun, man?
Man, what's a cinnamon bun, man? You call it a cinnabon? I call it a cinnabam. Check me TikTok. Went into Odeon.
That's in the trailer. You turn full dad then.
Or is it an oven bottom? Went into the...
What's going on?
For the pick and mix. Went for the pick and mix.
I don't know. Yeah. Is it Candy King, by the way?
Everywhere's Candy King are like the mafia bosses.
though,
They're
innit?
running that
You got a
gaff.
monopoly on it.
Good.
Yeah, I like Asian owned.
They might be Asian owned.
No,
know what's
no,
Candy
Candy King is a big corporate. I want individual,
I don't think Candy King's very
all random shit. It's fine. There's some good bits. But if you go to an independent, we got these sweets on the fucking, What?
Swedish. Cola
Swedish.
dummies, mate, in there. Wow.
Right. Oh, the fizzy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not all great, is it?
No, but there's like 3, 4, 5 good bits.
Yeah. So, got her what she wanted. Jack has asked for a few foam bananas, but Etta's had a good go of like, I want some of these. And every time I go 2 or 3, she gives it 5 or 6. She's nailing it. She's got what she wanted. Went over, and I've wandered away from the pick and mix with the little fucking scooper towards where to pay. And I've gone, oh, hang on, babe, will you just take this back? And she's gone, yeah, daddy. And then she's walked back. And in between, in my eye line, from where we're stood at the counter, there is one of those little islands with crisps and sweets on. And it's blocking my view of where Etta is. Now, in public, when I'm in charge of my kids, the main thing is don't get them killed or kidnapped.
Yeah.
Because both of those things can happen, but if it's on my watch, it's worse. Is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
totally.
Of course.
So if I haven't got
Like,
eyes
if you're
on
ever
Etta,
going to have... Sorry to interrupt you. I will let you finish your story.
Yeah.
If you are going to ever have one of your children kidnapped, that's already going to hurt enough.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want the guilt. You want to be able to look your wife in the eye and say, that's your fucking fault. That.
where the fuck were you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't
I
find
was
your keys.
podcasting. Yeah.
You can bring it up at anything. Lost your keys, have you? Lost our kids as well.
Nice. I don't want to.
You're going out again. We've only got 1 children now because of you.
Off you go. Go on.
On children, but I refuse to not use the plural.
Off to the cinema. You big athlete.
They were stolen. They were kidnapped. So I couldn't see her, and she knew it. And she's gone to the strawberry bonbons, like a fucking
Good choice.
Oh,
Is
weighty
it?
bastard.
Is it? Right? So I went, where is she? So Jack is pretty static. So I just take a few steps around the thing, and I see her like this. I went, Etta, what you doing? She went, what? It's the best reaction. She went, like total fear and panic. I went, come here. She came up, she went, I forgot. She went, I forgot that I had these. I went, no, you weren't, darling. You were nicking them. I just said it quietly. As I said, I was like, I know you were stealing them. She looked, it's brilliant. I love it. It's exactly what I do. She's like, right, I'm clearly in trouble with this cunt, but what if the staff find out? When I went, I know you were stealing them, and I said it at this volume, I saw her look at the staff like, don't fucking hot me out. And I went,
Hot me out.
I went, put them in the thing. So she put them in the actual pick and mix. I went, is there any more in your pocket? If you lie to me, I'll be annoyed. She went, oh yeah. I didn't know. I forgot that they were in there. I went, don't lie to me. I know what you were doing, but be smart. Because if they find out, you're young enough that you're not going to get in trouble with the police or anything, but you might get banned
Well,
from
you
the
fucked
cinema.
up there, haven't you?
I'd lie
That's
there.
not what you tell to your kids.
The SWAT team
All
will
you
be
told her there is you've got free passes here. The busies aren't asked.
No, yeah, because let's
Do
be
you want-
honest, I stole, you stole, we all stole. I just wanted to be smart.
You're still stealing now. Bevy's walking around town.
She's my daughter.
Yeah.
Go
She's
up to
mine,
other
sweetie.
kids. Go up to kids. Get your hand in the fucking bag. Oh, lad, I thought these
Dad,
were
you know if
mine.
someone stole your bike,
Yeah,
would you ring
I've had my bike
would
stolen.
you ring the police?
Well, what do you mean?
Would you go,
Yeah,
someone-
because I need a police. Don't you need a crime number? What's
for
it?
what,
An
though?
incident
They
number?
don't even bother anymore.
No,
do
for
they?
insurance.
Here's the
insured
thing.
on your
Here's the
bike?
question.
Won't it be content?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Here's the question, right? Your bike gets stolen. You know who's got it. You found out, right? You got information through the wire.
I call you.
But what would you do? Would you call the police and go, the man at number 47's got my bike, say, go and get it for me?
Roger.
Or would you go vigilante and go around and go, that's my fucking bike?
Well, listen, I'd ring Jack Finnegan. I just think if Jack turned up.
Take a picture of it.
Yeah.
It's definitely your bike, Dan.
Lovely lights in there.
I'd go round.
Oh, look at you, you're unconscious.
I'd just get two of my mates and go, lad, you got my bike, I know you're off, just giz it, or I won't smash it also.
Oh, you smashed the house up, Carl. You throw
Gotta
around
threaten
a
them
lot
with
of
something.
threats, though.
I've got people with me.
Jack Finnegan.
But he could be one of them, yeah.
Yeah. Don't take Steve.
I'd take Adam, I'd take Jack, and I'd take my brother. He's big. And I'd
Right.
go, lad, I know my bike's here. I don't have to do nothing, just giz it, and it's sound.
You take 3 boys.
Yeah.
As backup. Not knock.
I think taking Steve and Jack Finnegan would be like a good contrast because Jack looks like he's going to punch your head in and Steve looks like he's going to take the minutes of the meeting. Do you know what I mean?
Steal book the ambulance.
A weird, mad German scientist.
I'll ring the ambulance.
So I just gave her the sort of like, listen, I know you're stolen. I don't want you to lie to me. I want you to admit it. And she was like, okay. She just went really quiet with it. Because I wasn't doing the thing of like, oh, how? Because I nicked. We all nick. I just was like, be fucking smart. Because if you don't get to come back to this cinema, you won't be able to watch a film. That's our cinema.
Did you tell Laura?
That's our. So then on the way back, I didn't bollock her, and I was like, but then she weirdly she sat on it for a little bit. She was really like flustered. It's for fucking 8 strawberry bonbons, and then she started going, and then she started backtracking and going, I think I need to start lying again. So she was like, Daddy, I actually did forget, and that's when I was like, if you bullshit me one more time, then I'll get annoyed. Because up until this point, I was like, hey, I didn't say I did it, but I was like, just be smart. Just because if you get thrown out, I know what you did. It's not the end of the world, but just fucking think about what you're doing. And then she started realizing that we were going home to mum, and she started like catastrophizing and got stressed. She was like, don't tell mummy. And then got upset.
Did you tell her?
Is Laura the
But I was
scary
like,
one?
I was like, not really. I just think she just was being a bit dramatic.
I'm more scared of Laura than you
Sexually.
in every way.
Yeah, okay.
Don't let it unload on me legs.
Well, that doesn't make sense if you're not a patron, does it? It doesn't even make sense if you're a patron. It's just a mad thing to say. So she got a bit stressed out. And obviously I did tell Laura.
Oh, did you?
Grass.
I think be smart is some weird messaging.
What?
It's like you need to
Be
hide this
smart.
better.
You need to make a better run.
Yeah.
She's going to nick stuff.
Tell me if you're going to do it so I can distract the bitch on the counter.
He is right, though. Like, be smart. You're going to do it anyway, so why be better at it?
That's going to be my tactic with my kids. Not like, oh, I can't believe you drank alcohol at 15. And we're going to do that. You're going to do it. Let's be smart.
There's a line, though, isn't there? If she shoots someone,
There
you're
is
not
a
gonna be
line,
Like,
yeah.
Be smart.
If she does
you
a
did it in
line-
broad daylight,
Yeah.
you need a balaclava at nighttime.
Where's this? This is a registered weapon. You use a stolen sawn-off shotgun.
What
a
did
sawn-off.
What did Laura... Are you sure, Dad?
You
A
steal,
stolen Sean-off shotgun.
you know, you make Shoshana, you steal a sawn-off shotgun.
Are you sure? And did you tell... What did Laura say? Did she bollock her?
No, I just gave her a heads up because we got in. Oh, by the way, on the way, she had one of the stolen bombs and went, I don't like it. I was like, well, that wasn't worth fucking while, was it? Got in and she ran upstairs and Laura's like, what's happened? Thinking that we've fallen out. I was like, right, this has happened. But I was like, if you could not, like, I was like, don't bollock her because I've given her the thing and said you're not going to bollock her. She was like, yeah, you've dealt with it. But you're not, I don't need to be like, oh, the thought of you stealing. I just wanted to be smarter and steal from...
I think my mum embarrassed me when I did that. I think I stole a whistle lollipop from the chemist once. And she knew. And when I got in the car, she went, I didn't buy you that. And I went, I know, yeah. She went, where have you got it from? You haven't got any money. I was like, I don't know. Just got it, haven't I? And she went, you're going to have to take it back into the shop. And I was like, oh, no. Like, can you just give me the money? I'll go and pay. And she went, no, you've got to go and give it back.
Oh, that's good.
And I had to go in and go, aye, mate.
You bought the wrong thing there, didn't you? You're in the back of the car like...
Your trombone.
The most attention-seeking sweetie in history. What? Where did I get this?
I went back and he went, mate, I've got this by accident. And he went, what do you mean? I went, I don't know, my mum didn't buy it, but I've got it. I just need to give it back. He was like, okay, thank you. And I was like, that was all right. But I remember going, I don't want to do that again. That felt shit.
That is amazing. By the way, if you ever get caught with stolen goods, that's the way to deal with it. Yeah, I've got these by accident. How do you get them? I don't know, but they are in the garage.
What were you stealing, Dan? You said you were stealing when you were younger.
Yeah, so I was a thief.
Was it sweet?
I was an absolute tea leaf.
He's a minesweeper?
Is this going to get used in evidence? As a kid, yeah.
What was the most impressive thing you stole?
Blackcurrant fruit shoot.
I stole from my mum's purse.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about this. I never got caught.
1
I was
shilling.
fucking yeah, a threatening bit, which could have paid for a new horse.
Where are my shillings, boy? I was trying to pay the fucking horse bills.
How many places is she from?
The horse bills.
Where are my shillings, boy? I am trying to pay the horse bills.
I'm trying to pay the horse bills. Your father goes through them.
Now, instead of an Uber, you used to get a horse home, didn't you? I need to pay the man.
Yeah.
Just an old joke. Isn't it?
Wonder whether there was horse taxis.
There was carriages.
Carriages.
Oh, yeah.
They still get used now.
Whoa,
We got one in Dublin.
bro.
No, but do you ever reckon there was like just horse taxis where it was just like before the wheel was invented, like just on horses?
Is that where
Just the horse on its own, no driver.
No, you just get on the back and just rub your dick against the driver.
Turn up the
All
horses
right.
like,
You've been
"That's your
busy.
card."
You've been busy tonight, mate.
Nay. Is that where whistling comes from? You whistle taxi? Whoa. Is that from like whistling horses? Maybe it is.
What?
So if you need a taxi,
You know when you whistle. You know when you whistle a taxi.
Just let him hang himself. There's
you
going
know
to be
the
great.
classic trope of like whistling down a taxi. You know what I mean?
Carl, right there. How many times ever
No, we
have
don't
you
need
whistled
to.
down a taxi?
That's what I do. I get on the Uber app, and it knows. It knows.
No, but you know what I mean?
Flashes up with a notification. Where'd you get that fucking lollipop, you robbing cunt?
Do you know? I keep stealing sweets, and all these taxis keep turning up. What the fuck is that horse doing there?
You know what I mean? We're
Yeah,
Under your
we-
mark, oh, yeah. Taxi driver's knocking on a window going, do you want a lift?
Minicub.
the horse's accent. I'm right. Whistling down a taxi is a classic trope of the films.
Flagging down the taxi.
Yeah, but also, whoa. I can't whistle.
Yeah.
I can. One of them. And then a horse turns up, or a taxi.
Stealing pick and mix is fine, though, isn't it? It's fine, isn't it?
I'd still do it now. If I could get
Natural
away with it.
wastage. Yeah.
It just
yeah.
gets weighed now, so you can't.
She was literally at it going, like, come on, man. But steal better.
Have you taught her the ways of the pick and mix?
What?
How to like properly get use of the whole area of the tub?
Now, this wasn't a fill your tub. This was a weigh by the bag. Because Haribo on Cheshire Oaks is £6.50, but you've got to be able to close the lid, is the rules. It's like the salad bar at Morrison's.
Oh, lad, what was that fucking Chinese by ours called?
The Chinese by ours.
Yeah, when
What,
you
they
used to
did
live
pick and
in your
mix?
dance and you go to the Chinese gaff and they give you the tub and you'd fill it for the £5. Remember it? It was like a girl's name, like Julie's or something mad. Remember it?
Julie's
By
house.
ours? In West Abbey?
Yeah. It's a chippy now. It's on the front by the B&M. Maybe it was just before you moved there.
Oh, I don't know what you're on about.
You used to go
I have
in-
used to... they used to do that at the one opposite Lime Street. Is that what you're thinking of?
No, it's by ours. They
So
give you
there's
the-
a serve yourself Chinese.
They give you the Tupperware and go, it's
and
a
it's-
£5 and you fill it and you would fucking ram it in.
Right. But you've got to be able to close it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's the rules with these, innit? You can layer it as much as you want. You can build it. But you have to be able to close the lid.
In the Tesco park, I don't give a fuck. I don't even attempt anymore. Snakes around the top. I usually sometimes I'll wrap the actual thing in snake. Genuinely.
Just a bow.
They fell off them. They were my favourite sweets ever. The yellow belly snakes.
And cola bottles fell off.
The big one.
Big ones.
And yeah, the long snakes, the yellow bellies. But they're just not as good anymore.
From the ice cream.
I'm going to
You
get
know what it is? It's Jamie Oliver, the big fucking cunt. He's ruined everything, hasn't he?
taking sugar out of stuff.
Yeah. Ruined Lucas AIDS. He's ruined yellow belly snakes. He's ruined fucking...
Same place as Adam's mum.
Check out our TikTok. We're talking about all them
ruined
yellow belly snakes.
everything. Turkey Twizzlers were fucking... You couldn't move for Turkey Twizzlers back in the day.
Chicken
They were
Kievs.
everywhere. Chicken Kievs.
Wow.
They're just gone. It's all gone because Jamie Oliver was like, I don't like fat kids.
He's got Down syndrome as well. Jamie Oliver.
Thinking of Ross Kemp, aren't you?
No, he's got the same Down syndrome.
It's got to be Down syndrome month, and I don't know about it.
Yeah, Jamie Oliver's got it too.
And Damien Duff.
He has. Fact, though. Jamie Oliver's got the same Down syndrome as Ross Kemp.
Transcontinental Down syndrome.
Well,
Yeah.
It's true?
It's true.
Thank you. Went to the same acting school as Ross.
Should we do some?
Question?
We've got one really good,
Question?
and I'm ready to ask this.
Question?
Drew Simpson says, have you seen all this fucking drama with P. Diddy? Loads of accusations.
all this drama, all these rapes and sexual assaults.
Loads of accusations about him being a bad cunt to women, one about an underage girl, and then an accusation of trafficking women.
Yep.
Police raided his home, and there was rumours that he jumped on a private jet and fucked off to Antigua. Yeah. My question is, if you knew the busies were coming to raid your house, where would you flee to and how would you get there? P. Diddy-wise, the only reason this is on my radar is because I went on 50 Cent's Instagram, and Fiddy is pissed off.
He's so funny, 50 Cent.
He's got 31 million followers, and for the last month and a half, he's gone, yeah, this Instagram is solely about cunting off P. Diddy.
Yeah. If he doesn't like it,
Cat Williams mentioned it in that interview, didn't he? P. Diddy likes bumming men to control them.
he said you don't.
Allegedly.
If P. Diddy invites you to a party, you don't go.
Because he's going to bum your head off.
So one guy went on TV and went, this is from a while ago, but I had a nephew of mine asked, because he knew P. Diddy, asked if he could get him an internship at Bad Boy Records. And after about 3 or 4 months, it just ended really abruptly, and the nephew didn't say anything. And the guy had to go, what's happened there? What's happened with you and P. Diddy? And the accusation, allegedly, is that P. Diddy was like, you're staying over tonight with me. And he was like, no, I'm fucking not. And he went, right, well, then your internship's ended. And he went, cool, see you later, and just fucks it off, which I'm sure happens most of the time. But then there'll be those occasions where someone just gets blagged into a
He also
bumming.
bankrolled Biggie's death, didn't he? Apparently he paid $1 million for Biggie to get shot. Oh, no, Tupac to get shot, sorry, not Biggie. Apparently he bankrolled the...
Yeah, I thought that was a bit of
blood
an accusation there because it was his best mate, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, he apparently bankrolled... Yeah, but... Yeah,
but that was a whole thing, wasn't it, with Bad Boy Records and Death Row and... not Death Row, but like that, I don't know, I'm not a historian on Tupac.
Eminem mentioned that in his diss reply to Machine Gun Kelly, didn't he?
Did he, yeah?
Like towards the end of it, the thing, he's like... He says something like, the day I admit that is the day that Diddy admits he put the hit out that got Pac killed. And then at the very end of the song, he goes, I'm only messing Diddy, you know, I'm just fucking around.
Yeah.
But like he
gave Keefe D, he promised him $1 million, and then his
sounds
nephew,
like one of your dad's mates who drinks on Lark Lane now.
Keefe D.
I honestly thought you meant...
Keefe D, you know.
Kiki D.
Keith D.
Kiki D. You know, once she was finished with Elton John, she put hits out on Biggie. Don't go breaking my heart. I'm shooting fucking Biggie and Pac. I'll shoot anyone. I wouldn't if I tried.
That's so well. She's just like freestyling in the middle. I'll shoot anyone.
Elton and Kiki were doing an album together, but she's too busy being a hit woman for East Coast, West Coast rappers in the mid-90s. Fucking nightmare.
But if that ever comes out, that Kiki D was involved in the hits on Biggie and Pac, I'm gonna kill myself.
It's literally like finding out
over.
Sally Gunnell did 9/11. What?
Wow.
What? Really? Never had Sally Gunnell as Al Qaeda.
He paid Keefe D's nephew, Orlando Anderson, shot Pac, and now he's dead anyway.
Well, P. Diddy has spent 30 years being a bad cunt by the looks of it, and now everyone's coming out.
Suge Knight said if he goes to prison, he's in danger.
Yeah.
I love the fact that apparently he wasn't on the plane to Antigua. Please go and just have a look at 50 Cent's Instagram. It's unbelievable. It's not just like, Schultz did a bit about P. Diddy and like, it's a great bit. Fucking like 50 Cent has just put it on. It's like remessed. It's a whole fucking Instagram post. I love it. I love how much of a vendetta he's got.
Is it possible to get that big and powerful and not turn bad? I think it's so common now, isn't it? Especially in the entertainment industry. It's everywhere, isn't it?
What about Peter Andre?
Seems like a genuinely nice bloke.
Peter Andre?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's never got to the size of P. Diddy, has he?
Oh, he's not far off.
He's not far off.
Oh, yeah. Peter Andre.
Who's he putting hits out on? Fucking Daddy is
Oh, he can't.
He's dead. Oh,
Dwight York.
shit. Dwight York, yeah.
He's not putting hits out.
He
That's the
can't.
point.
He
He's a
can't.
nice guy.
Yeah, he can't afford Kiki D.
Raised another man's child.
Did, for a bit. He did?
Oh, he did. And he's not trafficked any women. Fuck.
Well better than P. Diddy for me.
Yeah, you can get big, but obviously these stories dominate, don't they? And they make everyone who's done well in like show business look like an absolute sex pest. But it's not everyone, is it?
No, but I feel like everyone just hasn't been found out yet. Stephen Hawkins was a bad guy. That's bad. Like, if no one's safe.
I don't know whether Stephen Hawkins was a bad guy, you know.
Yeah. He went to the bad place.
He went to the island, but like all he did was make midgets do maths.
Yeah.
Like that's all he did.
I would love if he was still alive and that was his thing in court. Just
And here's the thing.
typing it out.
Like if anyone needs to go to the special place to watch midgets do maths, it's probably Stephen Hawkins, isn't it?
Yeah, he's done loads for us.
Because you can't do it at a Marriott hotel in Halifax. He's got to.
No, but he's done loads for humanity. He needs some math midgets as a payment.
I just don't see. I don't see who loses. Yeah. Were they trying to?
That wasn't the worst thing that happened on that island, was it?
No.
So-
Were they trying to do real equations? Were they trying to solve stuff? or
Yeah,
was
but
it just
he had
kinky?
it. So he,
Yeah,
I can't believe we're doing this again. But he had them doing math equations on a whiteboard that was slightly out of their reach, so that they were reaching to do it, and he could see their
I hope
assholes.
Can I just ask?
I hope this is true. But if it's not true, whoever's gone, yeah, I'm going to cause
He couldn't
murder
do
here.
that.
No.
Do you reckon they actually had to hire smart ones, or did they have feed them the answers in like an earpiece?
When you say smart ones, do you mean clever or like programmed?
Like AI,
This
what?
is a smart dwarf. Can do anything.
Link him up to your telly.
Smarty.
Got Netflix built in.
You have to put your password in. Right in his face. Anyway, P. Diddy, eh? Where would you go? He's gone to Antigua in his private jet.
I know where I wouldn't go.
Maybe that's what he's doing. Are you going abroad?
What? We're going on the run from the feds. Is
Well,
that
I
what
haven't
you're
got a
saying?
private jet. That's the thing.
No, but
I
you've got to imagine you'd have.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I go a spaceship.
What are
I
you
go
saying?
to Jupiter.
Are you saying you're going to jet
I get on
too?
my dragon and time travel. Hey, Dan Nightingale, you're a bad cunt. You've been trafficking women. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going back to 1590 with lasers.
No, but P. Diddy's life does exist. You could just imagine you're him.
Yeah, you got to put yourself in his position.
Oh no, I was seeing it as like, if I got accused of something, where am I going?
Well, why don't you take it down
Getting
that route?
an
then?
Audi A8 and getting on the M56 and just see what happens. That's the problem with being in the UK. You can get everywhere within about 5
Yeah,
hours.
but you can get in your car because the cameras would read your reg and you're caught.
Oh shit!
It's like the Hunted, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm straight on the fucking bicycle.
Yeah, bicycle's better. Off-road. Like
Right.
Lal Moat.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have a hard time finding me, are they? I'll be 4 miles from my house, wheezing.
Well, then you're caught.
I'm going on a private jet to Florida. I'm waiting for that Luke Combs festival.
Yeah, you're not going to be a hard man to find, are you? Adam Rose on the run. Where's Luke Combs? Well, that was fucking simple.
There's not many options.
What about Teddy Swalls?
Swims.
Swims.
I've googled
Teddy Swalls.
UK, like where can you not be extradited, and
Fucking Finn smart,
the
mate.
options are limited.
Florida, you're going straight back to fucking...
If they find me, I'll just get a shave. They won't know it's me.
So you've got North Korea. that's one.
Yeah.
Somalia, Afghanistan,
I'd rather go to prison.
Yeah.
Lebanon, Syria, Algeria, Libya, and Iraq. There's your options.
Algeria.
I think Algeria might be quite nice.
Yeah,
I've
go
been
and stay
to-
with Mars as ma.
Yeah, go on. I've been to Morocco. It's nice.
Yeah.
Is it next to it?
Relevant.
Is Morocco? Morocco's next to Algeria, isn't
I've
it?
been to some places that aren't on that list.
No! Algeria's near Morocco. It's the same type of North African, one of my wife.
Go Siam Park.
In
Yeah.
Algeria.
They're not going to get you on the rides. Just stay on the rides.
Yeah.
Tenerife, but you will get extradited.
Yeah, but they'd have to catch on the
He's
slide.
still like, the slide.
It's fun.
I'd only
Yeah,
like
we're trying to take down Adam Rowe, but he's got an unlimited fast pass at Siam Park. He's not even queuing. Smart guy.
I'd only land to fuel the plane up. I'd live in the skies. What are you gonna do then?
The thing is, though, being at Siam Park is the perfect, like, you guarantee the head start if you wait at the top of a slide, because you go down it, and then even if the F5 follow you up, he's going to be like, wait, there's only one.
And no one's waiting at the bottom.
There's no one.
No, we could do with the bigger team. Well, Interpol's gone a budget, so...
You just get to the top of the next one. He's just changed.
Right, here's the
You get on-
busies.
you get-
Here's the
you
busies.
fi-
On you go.
You get on your favourite Siam Park slide, and then the fella chases you to the top. You go down. He gets told to wait a minute,
Adam,
and you go back up.
have you been watching Scooby-Doo lately? And it's not a documentary.
It's foolproof.
It's not a documentary.
It's not foolproof because Siam Park shuts.
What?
It's not 24-hour water slides.
No.
You'll be pruned as well. Your fingers are being bit.
Yeah, but that gives me more grip, doesn't it?
It's a scale
On my
walls.
weapons, yeah.
Sorry, your weapons. I can't shoot. I've got no grip on my finger. Luckily, been in the bath for 4 hours. You're dead. So stupid. So P. Diddy. Trafficking women.
It's bad, that.
No, yeah.
Women should be allowed to
No,
drive
we could all-
themselves now.
Is P Diddy overrated anyway?
Yeah.
As a musician,
He's a gobshite.
He's a
I'd probably be a person as well.
He's a producer.
yeah, but he's had some tunes as well.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, isn't it? If you want your producer to not be in the songs, come to Death Row. He's just producer. He just tried to be more famous by being in the songs, and it worked. He's a famous producer because he got in the songs.
Yeah, and he's also an artist because he's done loads of rapping and
Yeah, but I'm saying
he's not just a producer, is he?
mainly.
Oh, by the way, Bad Boy for Life is a fucking banger.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
I won't be able to listen to that anymore.
What?
Bum, bum,
Oh,
bum,
yeah?
bum,
You can't separate the art from the
Bum.
artist.
bum, bum,
Can't watch House of Cards.
Bum, bum,
Can't listen
bum,
to Bad Boy for Life.
bum, 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 bum. What's the point of living?
That's all he did.
Thank you, Kevin Spacey and P. fucking Diddles.
Then when he kept changing his name, he was like Puff Daddy
What?
for no reason.
Well, Puff Daddy was,
He was
the
the OG.
original, wasn't
yeah.
Yeah, but he was like, oh, now I'm Daddy Puff, and then now I'm like,
he? No, he was Puff Daddy. Then
And he was the big puff.
now I'm Diddly P.
Oh no, the big P.
He was Puff Daddy. Then he was just Puff.
Then he was P
He was
word.
just Puff for a while, wasn't he?
Then he was P word Diddles.
He was Puffy as well. Go on, Wikipedia.
Genuine question. Now that all this has come out about him, does Puff Daddy mean that he was trying to tell so long and he was using a slur against himself?
He's hiding in plain sight. I called myself Puff Daddy.
Of course, I'm shagging men up the arse. I'm in charge and I'm gay.
Big
in
gay
the
kitty.
trailer.
Have you heard what P Diddy's calling himself? He's calling him big gay kitty fiddler. Well, I think we should have seen it.
Go on, what's called?
I mean, he should be allowed to bring that up in court. I'm not defending him. But like when they're like, why, you've been getting away with this for years, he'd be like, well, look, I called myself Puff Daddy. What did you think I was getting up to?
Okay,
No,
so
that
he
doesn't
went.
that doesn't get you off molesting boys, does it? I
that-
said I was. Come on, I had, you know.
Yeah, but then he changed it to P. Diddy, which is as close to pedo as you're going to get.
I'm trying to tell you. He went from Puff Daddy to P Diddy.
Then
And
just Diddy.
yeah, but he was later nicknamed Puff as a child due to how he would huff and puff when he was angry.
Were they all his nicknames?
Yeah, yeah.
Was Wikipedia love them all?
I've
You're on the mirror.
Yeah, but there's only a few. I think.
Oh, I thought he had like 10 names.
No, he's got more than that.
Sean Combs.
You're Sean Puffy Combs.
Sean Combs.
Yeah, that's his name, innit?
Luke's brother.
Oh my God, imagine.
I think you're doing him a disservice. I think he goes by what's it called? A pseudonym, not a
Pseudonym.
pseudonym.
It is pseudonym, yeah.
There's one there. Click here.
He's had so many
Oh, no, that
names.
is
There is children. Justin Dior Coombs, King Coombs.
He changed his middle name to Love. So his original name was Sean John Combs, and then he's now official name is Sean Love
Has
Combs.
never paid a tax bill in his life. We're actually trying to put a tax out for P Diddy. No, I'm Diddy, mate. I'm Puff Daddy.
So he said,
How many
I will not be answering to Puffy, Diddy, Puff Daddy, or any of my other monikers, but Love
Me
or
neither.
Brother Love.
I won't
So he was called Brother Love for a bit as well.
That's another one. I'm bumming men. Brother love.
Oh yeah, brotherly love in the bum.
Oh, because that's
Chinese brothers
Philadelphia.
in the ass.
Philadelphia is a mainly gay city.
He's been trying to tell us for ages.
Yeah, and
Diddley. Puff. Daddy. Diddley Diddler. P. Diddy.
the big pedo. It's not.
Get his Wikipedia file page up.
That should be a website, by the way, for paedophiles.
Probably
Not for paedophiles, but like...
4.
no, as in,
12
like,
them.
he put them all in.
Want to find out all their nicknames? The Big Fiddler, the Riddler.
They're all in Blackpool, aren't they? I'm going on the Big Fiddler. See you at the Riddler.
By the way, last week, I think it was on the Patreon, we were talking about how
Oh, yeah, the big one.
the big one in Blackpool is a dangerous death trap waiting to happen. The Pepsi Max. See what happened? It fucking stopped when it was at the top and people had to climb down it.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You have to walk
this
from the top.
week.
And I'd rather die. I'd rather jump off. That
You
would scare me
can't
so much.
walk from the top, bruh.
You can, yeah, no.
It's got steps down the side, doesn't it? Oh. Yeah. We called it. We're the Simpsons.
I would want harnesses for that. Do you know what I mean? I just did the zip line at Centre Park. She clipped onto everything. Are they just raw dogging that fucking walk down the steps?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, sir. No.
I'd rather stay on it until he fixed it. Or just reverse it.
No, let's not reverse anything. But imagine if like it just like something went and it just like
Fell.
uncontrollably went round the thing. I'd
then
probably
just-
walk down. I would walk down. I'd be shitting myself, but I'd walk down. Oh my
I'd
god!
just be
Hang
like
on,
that
it
a
it
point.
does roll uncontrollably, doesn't it?
No, it's powered, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but
It's on electric tracks.
no.
Yeah.
No. How powered is it?
It's not got that much momentum from that drop to get right round.
Do you think Rita Queen of Speed is just some cunt pushing you?
No. But I thought electricity took you up and then gravity did the rest.
I didn't think so, but maybe I'm wrong.
Sure not.
I don't know a lot
If
about
there's
roller
no,
coasters
if you go
because
to
I
the
don't like
Pepsi, if you go to the top of the Pepsi Max big one and there's no power from the point you drop, you're not going to experience a faster or slower version of the Pepsi Max big one, are you?
There's not enough momentum to get you around that ride.
Well, then it's just you're gonna get a 3/4 strength. Yeah, it'd be fine. I'd just let it. I'd be like, just loosen it off.
Drop me off, yeah.
I'd
Not walking
hate
down.
that climb. Also, you've got to worry about like the person ahead of you, not just like going, "Oh, I've gone weak," and falling off, just fat assing you to death. No, because they could go, "Oh God, I'm panicking,"
That'd be me. I'd have
and your bunder's falling.
I'd find a point at the bottom and I would not blink. I would stare at it until I was just like, I wouldn't. This
that
doesn't
is
exist.
that's the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I would not be looking at anything but my feet and where I'm standing and what I'm stepping on.
Oh, really? Yeah. But you can still see through like the gaps of the stairs and that to the floor if you're looking down.
Yeah. Well, I can see Preston. I don't need to see that.
Fuck me. I'm
Yeah, nah. No.
So-
Banana ripening places, by the way, are real.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It sounded like bullshit, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's a massive factory with lamps. That's my guess.
Go and watch the Patreon episode, by the way.
Did they just like fucking? Did they just toast them a little bit to
No, it
make them
says
go
they
yellow?
put them in a paper bag.
I don't believe it. Let's have a breakage.
What's happening, lads? If you haven't got yourself a VPN yet, what are you waiting for? You've got to get the best in the game. It's NordVPN. Go to nordvpn.com/haveaword. And what did he get, Dan?
Can I ask a question? I don't know what it's mad, isn't it? But I don't know what a VPN is. What is a VPN?
A VPN is a way to improve your internet security and also change your location to be anywhere on the planet.
Oh yes.
You can trick your computer into thinking it's in Mozambique,
Mogadishu.
Bhutan, Mogadishu.
Bhutan.
Yeah.
Ecuador.
Oman, Ecuador, wherever you want, Sri Lanka.
places.
Where do you want to go on a little digital holiday? You can decide at the click of a button with NordVPN. If you go to nordvpn.com/haveaword, you get 4 months free when you sign up for the 2-year plan. Isn't that an absolute belter?
Ooh. And
More security, more freedom. Is there a film on the Mogadishu Netflix that you want to watch? Well, then go to Mogadishu for the day.
Yeah.
Digitally.
Lovely.
You don't have to wait in airport queues. No. You can be in Mogadishu. Quick as that.
NordVPN.com/haveaword
for 3 months with a 2-year plan.
What a deal.
Go on. How are we? Welcome back to the Have a Word podcast.
Very formal. Who's here? It's Neil Delamere.
Long overdue. absolute behemoth of a comedian.
He's a big lad.
Gargantuan.
Well, I had to
Rob Dignagian in my
I had to
Outlook.
follow you at Electric Picnic in
Right.
Ireland.
In a Portaloo.
It was funny. So, Electric Picnic is Ireland's Glastonbury, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like the closest equivalent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the comedy tent there was most of the day, like a third full at most.
Yeah.
And then he goes on and it is full. It's like people are like, Neil Delamere's on, so fucking packed out. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, I'm on right after him. And in your head you go, hopefully they all just go, well, we'll see what the next guy's like and stay. And that just didn't fucking happen. He got half an hour. And then the compere goes back on and goes, yeah, so, off you go. And good. And everyone's gone. And it was back to being as quiet, maybe quieter than it had been all day.
But those festivals are just about where you go on, aren't they? Like, you know, if you go on 4 o'clock in the afternoon and everybody's off their tits from the night before and just sitting there, and they're hungover, you're hungover.
I booked it because like Live Nation, who were promoting me, were like, go and do this because it'll sell your Ireland tour out.
Yeah.
And then once I was on stage, I was like, unless these all tell 3,000 people each. I know the maths just isn't maths in here, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if Live Nation goes, oh no, they all know each other. That's stereotype. Although we'll all tell each other. Yeah, so we're not going to spend any money on ads. We're just going to get you in front of 3,000 people.
We did all right in the end in Ireland. I was quite worried about it for a while, but we did quite well in Cork, did all right in Galway. Limerick was hard to sell. But then we did like 1,000 tickets in Dublin at the Olympia. Such a fucking venue, that.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's so fucking good.
Old, like, 100-year-old
Those
theatre.
Matcham theatres on the 3 levels of, yeah. No,
So
they're great.
That's the least enjoyable gig in comedy, I think, is when they go, could you compare the comedy tent for the day at that music festival? And they're like, it's £500. That's good money. And you're like, oh, it's so soul-destroying. Like, it's one thing to be the guy that goes on to do a set after it's been busy. Yeah. It's another thing to stand there as you're the person who just commentates on 2,000 people fucking off. Yeah. That's a special type of like, oh, God.
Yeah, you watch people leave you 12 times. Yeah. You just watch crowds walk. It's like the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, but just fucking condensed into one particular day. The first Edinburgh Fringe Festival I ever did, this is how bad the numbers were. My agent gave me a box of chocolates, right, at the end to say, congratulations, you've gotten through the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. And I gave everybody in the audience a chocolate and didn't get through to the second layer of the box of chocolates. How grim that was. I had 11 people in once and I fucked 3 out. I threw 3 people out.
There's a purist.
I thought
you were saying there was 11 people and you fucked 3 of them.
Well, yeah. We thought, how could you go better than a 2 for 1, right? You know that Quiet Tuesday? How about I bang 3 of them? They tell 3,000 of their friends. I mean, that is my mouth writing a check. My penis cannot cash.
Why would you kick 3 people out of an 11-seater?
Because they weren't on board, and the other 8 were oddly on board. And do you know the smallest number I ever did in Edinburgh was 4 people? Yeah. I had pulled the gig, and the house had not told. The front of staff hadn't told the people, and I tried to get into the Flight of the Conchords, and then I couldn't get into Flight of the Conchords, and I was walking back by my venue, and they went, you're on. There's 4 people. Do you want to do it? I was like, ugh. So myself, I did it. John Lynn, comedian John Lynn, was the 5th person. And I worked my whole off to try and get some sort of atmosphere in the room. And I said to a girl in the front row, I said, what do you do? And she goes, I'm an actress. And I said, do you have a monologue? And she goes, yeah. And I said, do you want to do it? And she went, yeah. And she did. And I'd worked my whole off. And then she did like 7 minutes about a friend being hit by a train. Now, it was very good, but it was very sad. you can't kind of get that back up again.
What we do is not designed to be done to 4 people.
No.
This is what I don't like about the Fringe, is those gigs should be just, we all go, nah.
Yeah.
Like, there's too much pressure on the audience to enjoy it, because there's only a few of them, and they can't hide in the sort of madness of a crowd. And there's so much on us to be pretending we're having a good time, and that we're not just like going, there's 4 people, there's 4 people, there's 4 people.
What's the minimum then?
I think 40 in the right room can feel like a
Minimum
gig.
40.
Yeah, genuine. Like I've done 40. Below that, it starts getting a bit
I think it's lower than that. I think
Really?
maybe
I think
25.
20s are not a lot of people.
During the lockdown, there was a scheme where you could do gigs to 15 people in the Republic of Ireland during COVID, as long as it was outside and they were distance, socially distanced. 15. So basically, if you stood up during a halftime at a rugby game and talked to the team, that would be the equivalent of, and they were. That's yeah.
Science there.
There was
We were so starved of comedy, though, weren't you? Like, as a comic, you'd be like, listen, there's 15 cunts in a garden. You'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm back, baby.
15 Cunts in the Garden is Beyonce's next album.
She's great. There's
You're a big fan.
Do you think Beyonce's people are sitting there going, finally, we've got the seal of approval from Adam Rowe.
Well, now-
we can really kick on with my
Now
career
she's the biggest country artist in the world.
Yeah.
Adam loves her.
yeah, she's great.
What do you think of her Jolene?
What?
What do you think of her Jolene?
I think it's brilliant. I think it's
you not think
what the music industry's been waiting for. I've got no right to talk about it. I'm just a white guy from England.
Adam had a contentious tweet this week.
Oh,
on
what?
that topic.
I deliberately tried to wind people up.
Okay.
And then got annoyed when I wound everyone up.
Can you see there's a flaw in that plan? What did you tweet?
So I tweeted, it has taken Beyonce to release an inauthentic country album for me to finally understand cultural appropriation. And the amount of people replying going, hang on, she's from Texas. That makes it authentic. I'm like, that's the only reason it works as a joke. It's the only reason it's funny. Look, she's great. She's wonderful. She's talented. And she's got a lovely bum.
Great country star.
I hate Beyonce.
I know you do. And I think that's...
Yeah, but you don't tweet about it.
I hate her fans, actually.
Yeah.
Fucking boring.
What? What, a shit pint?
No, they're just like, oh, I don't know. I hate, but anyone, like, I don't know. Taylor Swift fans probably the same, but I
You're
don't
more
really-
of like a Kelly Rowland man, you aren't you?
Yeah. And the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, your fandom isn't massively committed, is it?
Yeah. But
Who's
he-
your favourite? The third one.
He only does Kelly Rowland away, though. Wants to avoid the tourist.
I've told this story on this before, probably a couple of times, but during COVID in the UK, there was a brief period of time where comedy and performance was illegal, but conferences were legal again.
Yeah.
So I put on a conference that was about to teach the audience about stand-up comedy, and it was to be taught through the medium of stand-up comedy.
And you know how we taught that? We taught it by putting 3 acts and a compare in a comedy show. And they were allowed to take notes.
That is absolutely genius. I mean, it's French in its philosophical outlook. That is this comedy? If a man is talking about comedy, is it comedy? That's essentially what this is. So, and you were okay.
Yeah.
Did you have to have a substantial meal? Did you have to?
No, it wasn't that time of the sort of restrictions. It was just the substantial meal thing hadn't come in yet.
And
that was a few months
Did anybody
later.
check this? Did anybody check at somebody stand outside afterwards and go, did anybody learn anything?
No.
Because if nobody learned anything, well, then this isn't
I
a
honestly
conference.
think we could have had like a drug-fueled sex rave and there would have been no one there. And we could have like put posters up. It just wasn't, no one gave a fuck.
A drug-fueled sex
Runcorn.
conference, Adam.
Sex
Like, how
conference.
conference did you go? Did you sleep with a woman you found mildly attractive in a travel lodge in?
Probably.
Were you there?
I was that woman.
It was great.
Yeah, we were all keynote speakers, weren't we?
That's
Oh,
exactly what
God, were you?
Yeah.
And did you have PowerPoint?
No, we could have though. There was a projector ready to go. We still got pictures from it.
Was that Sloss?
No, Kai, wasn't it?
No,
Was it Sloss?
no, it was neither.
No, it was Justin Morehouse to close.
Justin Morehouse,
Yeah.
you, Danny Mack, me, and Alfie Brown
Oh.
Yeah.
in the Heath.
In the Heath, yeah.
Everybody did lose their run on themselves with that.
Yeah.
I saw Kai. There was a fella in Dublin, and he was with the masks thing. Like people did wear masks when they were told to wear masks. And there was a guy, and I looked down an alley in Dublin, and there was a guy in a mask, and he was taking heroin. Fully injecting and wearing a mask. And I was just looking at him going, do we see any irony in this at all? And he was like, no point taking risks with your health, you know?
I remember when the substantial meals came in and I went on a first date and walked into the bar. We'd already been for food. So I booked a bar for afterwards and we walked in and they went, right, you've got to have a pizza, but we know you don't want it. So we're giving everyone who comes in 2 tables, one to just leave their pizza on, and one for you, so you can actually just sit there and have your drinks. So you haven't just got a pizza in front of you. So they would give you a table for 2.
Yeah.
And you'd put your drinks on it. The next table next to you would be empty and no one would sit there, which covered the distancing as well.
Right.
And they would just put a pizza on that and go, if anyone comes in, like, to check, you just point to that and say, that's my pizza.
That was the science. There's a global pandemic. Put a pizza on a different table and you'll all be fine.
It was so funny.
I saw a woman on a train who wouldn't wear a mask, and she was like, "I just thought I was on the tube in London." She goes, "I just don't like have anything on my face. I just find it too restrictive." She had eyelashes, fake eyelashes on that were out to there. Do you know the ones like? You know the ones you see in a Nissan Micra? You know those the car ones? That's what she had. Like, there was a handsome dude beside me, and she winked at the handsome dude beside me, and his paper kind of slightly ruffled. They were massive. And you're like, you're not...
Do you drive a Nissan Micra, Harry?
He's just bought one. It's his first ever car. Harry passed his driving test.
Well
Have you got
done,
the
Harry.
eyelashes on it?
He hasn't got the car yet.
If we get you eyelashes, will you put them on? You absolute shagger.
You used to have to sign into the pub. Walk in the pub if you signed in. Yeah, I've signed in. Yeah. It's right in the big show.
Did you do the garden gigs? Did you do any of them?
I didn't do any of those ones where the driving gigs or anything like that. I did those gigs where there was 14 or 15 people, though, you know,
Right.
in December in near a graveyard. It was, yeah.
How long have you been going, Neil? Because I remember you when I was starting out. You felt
About 20 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Same as you.
Yeah, I remember
saw
you coming
you-
over to the Frog and absolutely humping it.
Yeah, I never used to do much here. I used to do the clubs and stuff, and I used to do Edinburgh, but it didn't. I kind of got lucky with. I did stuff in RTE. Dara Breen at a panel show, and kind of 2004 around that time. And Maxwell used to do it. I used to do it, and Ed Byrne used to do it, and then once that happened, you could kind of tour. After a couple of years of that, you could tour a bit, you know. So used to come over to do Edinburgh, but I kind of let the clubs go, really. But we probably met about that
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
you know. Yeah, about 20 years, I suppose.
We got because Harry does a bit of research for us, which is very kind of him.
Okay.
And we have been in discussion with a prison about potentially putting on a gig at a prison.
Oh,
and
yeah.
apparently you have actually
Oh, yeah.
done a gig in a
I
prison.
did a gig in it. Do you know Willa White? Will's been
Oh, we know Will.
Will has been on the show.
Yeah.
Was he
Yeah.
one of the inmates, or was he performing?
That's how they
Well, I mean, what time frame are we talking about? Because the answer to that question is yes and yes. Willa White, who we all know has the best stories of any comedian
That's
in history.
unbelievable.
If people don't know him, he was a man who did all sorts of criminal behaviour by his own admission and has completely turned his life around and is a lovely man now and he's a comedian.
And he's a killer comic.
He's a great, really nice dude, very successful. And he has more stories. And you'd be driving, like you talk about your first car, you'd be driving over a hill in somewhere, you'd give him a lift, and the conversation would start normal, and then Willie would just turn. So we passed a car one day going to a gig, and Willie just goes, that was one of the first cars I ever stole, and he proceeds to tell. And if any criminal ever happens to Dublin, he knows the people who did it. Like somebody robs a post office, Willie goes, "Oh, that'll be Splitty." And then he looks up at his phone, and then it is the goods. When we flew to Edinburgh once, we were flying to Edinburgh together, and I was at the start, and the woman goes, "Oh, you got it's 30 kilos in your bag. You can't have 30 kilos. It's 27 or something like this." And I was saying, Willie, you can take you out of the prison, but I can't take the prison out of you. Because Willie opened his bag and he took by feel. He just went, that's a kilo. And that's about a kilo as well. He did 3 kilos. I mean, to the max.
Like fucking picking bits out of his
Picking
bag.
bits out. Oh, no. He was absolutely brilliant. So Willa organised these gigs in Mountjoy Prison and we went in and did them. Yeah.
What sort of level of prison is that?
Harmless enough for the one we did. So there was I did with Charlotte Regan as well. So Charlotte's very gentle and cerebral sort of comedian, and he's sitting there. So Willie goes on and absolutely destroys it. Right, he's heckled by his former cellmate. And, right,
Fuck me, man.
yeah, and Willie then goes, "Look at you, blah blah blah." And the line, I'll never forget it. He goes, "I'd say the cops didn't even have to give you the biscuits before you were going blah 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 blah," as if the level of informant is fig rolls or jammy Dodgers. So your man shuts up, right, and so that makes him storm. And then Willa looks at some sort of, I don't think he'll mind me telling this story because he has told it as well. he looks at some prison officer who'd been up for something really bad, but had said nothing. And Willie goes, look at Mr. Smith there, look up on a 912, and he said nothing. He knew to keep his mouth shut. And they all went, wah! Right? And I'm sitting there going to Willie.
He's doing local in the prison.
He's doing local.
He's postcoding the prison.
But he's not doing any couples in. You kind of can't do that sort of stuff.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah, who's travelled the furthest? You can't do any of that sort of stuff. But he's having the crack. And then, so he introduces Jarlath. Jarlath goes up, and the front row is empty, right? And then there's all the lads sitting. And there's a lad sitting there like this, and he's reading the copy of the Sun or the News of the World or something like this. And Jarlath goes, hey, why are those chairs empty? And the guy just looks up and he goes, oh, they're for the riot. And he looks back at his newspaper and he just shot himself. And I was looking at Willie, and Willie goes, these are kind of not head cases, you know? And then I said to Willie, what do you do? What's the way to approach this? You just be a bit aggressive if someone slags you off, you know? And he goes, yeah, you just be aggressive. So I got on, and the same guy heckled me. The same cellmate heckled me. And I looked at Willie, and Willie's like the Godfather, and he's like this, as if, you know, abuse him. And I just like, route one, you've nearly as big a mouth as your sister. I believe I said to you, man. And there's a pause, and everybody went, wow.
Oh, that pause.
And then, that pause, you feel your ass just.
Would you do, same to you as well, would you do like a Cat A serial killer gig? Like a prison where like they're bringing out the
What's the fee?
What?
What's the fee?
10K.
Oh shit.
Wow. I thought that this would be a longer discussion than that. But no,
well, the thing is, like, it's Johnny Cash in it. Everyone's got Johnny Cash in the red when they think gig in a prison.
Yeah.
But a Cat C's not that, is it? It's
not
a bit
just murderers either. It's the worst kind of people you don't entertain.
Well, no, we'll make it so that it's just the murderer's wing.
What are you going to stand there with a clipboard?
Murder, robbers, no pedos, no nonsense.
Yeah, just murderers.
Murderers row.
Yeah.
What you in for? See, when it came up,
because they can watch your special for fuck all. So why aren't you taking the 10 grand? Just go and do the stuff that's already on YouTube.
I'm a fucking patron. I was against it, and but now I don't know. Now knowing that it's been done, it sounds interesting. I don't know about Cat A though.
No. Like this was kind of young lads, and you know.
We were just worried about who were doing it to. Whether like Cat C, yeah, maybe like you know, a burglar. That's all right, isn't it?
You got your burglars, you know, your house.
But also if you're led around by someone who has been there. Like we were waiting to go on in the kitchen, right? And a guy comes in and he says to Willie, "All right, Willie, doing a bit of cooking, is it?" And Willie went, "The only cooking I did in here was on the fucking spoon." And so we were like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I do it with Willow.
I know he was.
But I know, yeah, like because you're with a made man, aren't you? Basically.
Yeah.
I'd do the murderer gig, me.
You would do a murderer gig.
Murder as well.
It's not a problem.
The podcast I last heard was you discussing. I mean, with remarkable enthusiasm for blowing somebody's head off with a shotgun if they broke in. I mean, there was a level of enthusiasm there that would suggest that you would entice people in, like leave your front door open and leave jewellery in.
Come to ours. Let's see how long you last. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And somebody wanted to just disable them, wasn't it you?
Me, shoot them in the legs.
Yeah. And you were like, no, blow his head off.
You blow his fucking head off, mate.
Okay.
He's in your house.
Yeah, usually it's the kind of thing I take the piss out of Adam for, but the older I get, and I think, shoot him. What are they doing there?
But see, I think that's why he'll play a murderer's gig, because he knows he's one slight
opportunity
burglar away.
He's one burglar.
But also, I just see it as like, I'm just doing a gig, and they could watch me for free anyway.
I thought you were talking about the break-in. I'm just doing the gig. I'm fucking ripping me stairs. And then some cunt comes in, shoot him in the head. It's just like hot water.
Murder might have already watched you.
Yeah. And you've made fucking no money from that, apart from the 7 pence you get from a YouTube advert.
But the chances are in 20 years of doing stand-up 5 times a week or whatever we've done, I mean, how many gigs are you up to? It's got to be a few thousand, 5,000 gigs. I mean, yeah, we've played to a murder, haven't we? Just statistically, you must have.
Yeah, so you're going to give that feedback?
Right? Yeah. Going in, though.
I'm really behind wanting to go into a prison. I think it would be a really interesting special.
Because you're not doing the gig, are you?
No, but I'm still in the prison with you.
Oh, yeah. Carl's first gig.
No, that would be good.
Carl, if we get to 30,000 patrons, Carl's first gig in a prison.
Why not Carl's only ever gigs? Just
no,
all
it
your
will
gigs
be.
ever.
Sorry.
Just
They
the
are the
prison.
same thing.
Just the prison tour. Just you only doing places that people are incarcerated.
Murder a gig. You can't say no either.
I wouldn't say no.
Well, you guys set it up. I went to a pretty reasonable grammar school. None of my former, schoolmates are doing life. I'm sure you know someone. Scottish John. You know someone, don't you?
He's on the outside now.
Yeah, and I'm not getting in touch with the lads who I went to school with doing our mate doesn't go and listen, lad, insert name here. Do us a favour, have a word with your governor, see if he'll let me come and do 10 minutes.
We just need to put a plan. This is an offline chat. We need to put a plan together for the prison.
All right. Neil, are you coming over and doing your second prison? You could be the prison guy.
We're doing Broadmoor though, so.
Yeah. No. Willie asked me to do has asked me to do more since. I'm doing another gig. Will you? I said no. I have my.
Did you just want to do it for the experience?
No, Willie was out in a car outside my house when he asked. So
He rang you as well.
no.
I'm outside yours and we're doing a prison gig. Don't ask any questions. Get in.
I'm in your car, is what he said. do you hear that revving? That's me in your car. How fast does this go? No, it was years ago, and he just said, they were like whatever you would describe them as category C. They were young lads, lots of young lads, and there's lots of people who have made mistakes and their life has gone a particular way, and maybe any of us could have gone that way, and that's how he kind of cast it. And they weren't, they weren't.
Is Cat C the lowest one? Is it
The
Cat A?
hardcore
Is the B?
Yeah.
And what's B?
Just wait.
People who try to stab someone.
What's Cat S? Is that what happens to your car?
What? Cats?
Oh, yeah. On Auto Trader.
Depends, innit?
D's
On
the,
Auto Trader, if your car's a write-off and they try and resell
D's
it,
the TV presenter.
Yeah, Cat Dealey. Yeah.
Yeah.
a bunch of pricks.
Stop being so catty.
Cat S with the full S is that horrendous animated film with James Corden and
Cat A is the bad guys. Cat B is the Cat C is like
I'm sorry, what?
what's Cat B is
like nearly.
It's like armed robbery.
No, that's Cat A.
Is it just robbery?
I think Google it.
I'm on it.
Cat B's neither one thing or the other. It's like,
I'm sure we checked this.
what's
before,
a
just had bit
second
of
world
deja vu.
country? Like there's first world countries and third world countries. What's a second world country?
Wales.
Just slightly shit.
Do they exist?
Yeah, I don't know, but all you ever hear is first world and third world.
Right, Cat A, high security prisons, male prisoners who, if they were to escape, pose
Or
the most
female.
threat to the country. Cat B,
To the
either
country?
local or training prisons. Local.
Whoa. They're training people to be prisoners.
Yeah. This doesn't matter. I'm going to go on a different website.
It's like when the bus drivers get taught by the fella. You have to get on the bus, don't they? You have to go to the prison.
I'll do the women's prison.
Would you?
Oh, yeah.
You think because they're all just being lesbians, don't you?
But yeah, because
He's watched Orange is the New Black and gone, this is a great documentary.
lesbians love me, mate. I'm at one with the lesbians.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they love me.
You do look like a bit of a lesbian.
Yeah, exactly. We get on well. We're into the same thing. You can play five-a-side with them.
So Cat A is when you might try to escape. So they think you're going to try and escape and you'd be a danger to the
Flight
public.
risk.
Cat B is where prison staff think you should have no chance of escaping. Cat C is where they think you will not escape, but that you cannot be trusted in an open prison.
Oh, hang on. And there's a Cat D.
And Cat D
Oh
is,
my God,
is an
Cat
open
D, Lee.
prison.
Open prisons, innit? You can go home.
It's all online, that one.
Yeah.
in
open
open prison you can go home.
You get
It's
like
centre
weekend,
parks.
you get like weekend release and stuff. And you
Yeah.
get to go and
You
see
may have your own cell with your own keys.
What's your own keys?
Hang on, what's this?
Hold on, that's just a house, isn't it?
This is just a council flat.
That's a council flat. Like I can go home. I have my own keys. Who runs this? Is it escape to the country? Well, it wouldn't be escape, but that sounds like Kirsty and Phil find you a cell.
Just go and define open
like a
prison.
good
Cat D
hostel.
must be amazing. Right,
means you-
escape plan, boys. Just wander off that way.
Yeah.
Just go through that little park bit.
Do we have to dig a tunnel? No. Just remember your keys.
We just turn the heating off, though.
So take me through that again. Cat C is they think you can't be trusted, but they're going to give you the benefits of the doubt. Cat B is like they should definitely be locked up, so, make
Yeah.
sure you do lock it. And Cat A is also put the snip on.
Yeah, they might run away.
Yeah, Cat A is the A-listers.
They're the big boys.
It's that, isn't it? It's A-list, B-list, C-list in terms of celebrities, in terms of prisoners.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you would think that it was based on how dangerous you were rather than when you might escape or not.
Yeah, but I think they're mutually exclusive, aren't they? If you're a big dangerous drug lord, it's very likely for you to get broken
But
out.
what if you were done for fraud but just really tasty? What if you just... What if
You're
you
a
just...
fraudster, but they're just like, don't like the fucking look of it.
Yeah. Just really untrustworthy.
Yeah.
What if you had hands like shovels? You have really, really sturdy hands, but you were a fraudster. Like, you're going to dig a tunnel,
A
aren't you?
low-level criminal, but you're like fucking 7
Yeah.
foot.
What if your criminal underground nickname was the Vole or the Mole? And you were underground.
I'd love to shoot a vole.
Cat D, it says, is for low threat and also murderers who are coming towards the end of a lengthy sentence.
Yeah, it's like a
Low
release.
threat, just whispers.
Yeah.
Fucking kill you.
Open. Yeah. It's basically you've done 30 years and you've been rehabilitated, and now we want to push you back into the open world.
What's this, Carl? Do you not believe in rehabilitation?
Not in prison, no.
Really?
Prisons are not a place to
You think
rehabilitate.
once a murderer, always a murderer?
No, I think prisons are not made to rehabilitate. I think they're made to... Listen to this at uni. What is the point of prison to you? Is it to deter, to punish, to rehabilitate? What's the point?
Is it all three?
No, there's loads, but like, what's the main point?
I think it's to punish and rehabilitate.
It's also a deterrence, though, isn't it? Don't do that, you're going to prison.
Yeah.
But what's the most important one?
The most important one doesn't matter.
It does.
Just do all three.
The most important is rehabilitate.
Punishment and rehabilitation don't really go together, do they? Because it just doesn't happen in the real world.
Oh, this is like the naughty kids at your school. Right, you've killed 5 people, have a quad bike.
People can have things can have more than one joint equal purpose.
100%, but in the prison system, it doesn't work.
You think the focus isn't on rehabilitation?
It isn't, is
no,
it?
it's not. Yeah, he's right.
Honestly, Carl never shuts up about prison reform. He's
known for
I
it.
study criminology. I just never spoke about it.
To be honest with you, it's the only reason I'm on this podcast. I didn't really want to talk to you two. It's Carl. I want to see what he thinks about the recidivism rates for...
Oh, unbelievable. My lecturer was a prison abolitionist. She taught criminology and wanted to get rid of prison.
I'm a slavery abolitionist, so...
Good lad.
You're still
Very
against it.
progressive of you, though.
No, I think,
Still don't like
I
it.
still think it was a great thing to abolish. That's me, though. You know,
Prisons are
progressive.
awful. I'm not saying I've got the answer, but prisons are...
But what would, if you got put in charge of prison reform right now,
Yeah.
what's your instinct?
Chain gangs. Chain gangs. Oh, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Just on the M56. Whoa. Breaking stone. Anyone? Chain gangs?
Yeah.
No?
I mean, I think we...
I nearly did it. I don't know if you heard.
No,
I nearly
I heard it.
Yeah. I got a woman.
I think we all got really nervous.
Community-based prisons, when you see places like Bastille Prison, where it's on an island and stuff, and basically they live on that. Their punishment is being cut off from the world.
Yeah, but to some people, that's just like a really expensive holiday. That's border, isn't it?
Where
Doesn't look like border.
So you murder people, you get sent on a honeymoon. That doesn't seem any
No, your punishment is you are no longer part of society. You don't see your family. You're not part of this community. You
would put way more money into prison courses and education. And
stop them being criminals rather than going, use it all shit, be together, and then come out sound.
So you don't think the island is a good idea?
No, I do.
No, he does. He wants to send them all to Ibiza.
Oh, that island. What about Anglesey?
Prison.
Isle of Man. Which islands?
Yeah, the Isle of Man's a great one. It's weird over there. That's what Australia is essentially, isn't it? It's just you've been a bit far with it.
I've never seen you give a shit about prisons.
Yeah, no, I do.
But Australia,
obviously, you studied criminology.
It's exactly what you're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, but they just went a bit far, didn't they?
What, like distance-wise?
Built Sydney Opera House.
That was too far. They got too far over there.
Basically, I just think prisons are awful, and they interest me loads. But I'm not saying I've got the answers. I just don't think what happens right now works.
Do you reckon more gigs?
More gigs.
More Will I White gigs?
But more things that are going to entertain them. I know that, the killers or whatever. Things that are going to help rehabilitate and educate them. They usually a product.
Sorry, did you mean the band then?
What? What did I say?
The killers.
Get them in there, it'd be great.
They're killers.
They're usually a product of where they live, aren't they? It's usually fucking because of they live in a shit place.
What about psychopaths?
They're in hospital, aren't they? They don't go to prison, they go to hospital.
They go to Hospital Island. Different island.
In fairness, everything that you've thrown at him, he's answered.
If you're mentally ill, you need fixing medically.
Yeah, but There's no psychopaths in Alderney. Like they're in like prison hospital, aren't they?
Correct, yeah. But
I think if you're mentally ill, you go to prison or you go to a hospital or
Ashworth
start a podcast.
Oh, that would rip.
What do you mean? It's ripping. Exhibit A and Exhibit B, lads.
From the psych ward.
There's a famous island that's going at the minute that needs a new repurposing.
What's that? Oh,
Epstein Island.
Oh, Epstein.
Oh, okay.
Basically, this fella called Jeffrey Epstein used to traffic children.
Hang on.
and
The
fuck
New
them on
York,
an
the
island.
New York financier.
Have you been?
No, I think I would have heard about this.
No.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Go on.
Whoa.
Tell us more about this
He was
then.
flying kids and dwarves to this island, and some of them were doing maths and some of them were getting fucked. And anyway, he was about to expose everyone who was fucking the kids, and then he killed himself in prison.
I'd imagine he wouldn't have any friends. Surely if you were his friend, you'd stop being his friend
No,
once he was
apparently a lot of
convicted
people are
of
still
stuff.
being like, he was my mate.
No way. And
Yeah,
would they have done
royalty and everything.
would
Prince
they have done a
Andrew.
Newsnight interview about being his friend still, would they?
You should have not got your finger on the pulse,
This
by the way.
can't be
for people.
real.
What?
Former presidents, are they involved?
I believe so.
I think the main regret a lot of these people had was signing the guest book. I think that's where they really let themselves down.
Bill Clinton was here.
Cracking time.
Oh, what have I done that for?
Where did you
Bill
get all...
loves Hillary. I that.
And kids. Allegedly. I hate
Not the
prison.
kids.
I could talk all day about this, but I don't think we should.
Yeah, but that'd be a good island. Yeah.
So which prison are you going to do?
What?
We're gonna
Which
invi-
prison are you going to do?
Broadmoor, we're looking at.
Really?
They have done stand-up gigs, huh?
I know, yeah.
Why not a local prison around here?
Broadmoor's not that far away.
Okay.
Is it Manchester?
No, Ashworth, that's around there, isn't it, as well? That's
Where's
bad.
Broadmoor?
Broadmoor not...
Broadmoor, Liverpool.
Broadmoor's a hospital. It's where the...
Berkshire.
I'm thinking of
Yeah,
Ashworth.
yeah.
I think
Am I?
Ashworth,
Yeah.
Berkshire, Manchester.
yeah. Yeah. That was the prisons.
I think if we're going to do it, you've got to go for a big one.
Would you prefer to host that gig or would you prefer to close it?
No,
Would you go
I'm not a very
middle
good
spot.
I'm quite happy whatever spot you want to give me, you know what I mean? Open, middle, close, whatever you want, but...
He's doing a double with 2 prisons, though, so he wants to... Yeah. It's a tight double, yeah.
Is there a rule if you play one prison within a certain radius, you can't do another prison?
They don't pay for your hotel.
Yeah. They don't. And
And the worrying thing is when the stag do's in, you're like, whoa. She is a lucky lady.
Yeah, I think if we're going to do it, you've got to go big. Because I'd like... If we go, we did this Cat C prison with all these people with unpaid parking fines, no one's going to give a fuck.
What are you in for?
Yeah, no one's going to give a fuck about that. It's only funny if there's murderers there and they're fuming with us.
It's only funny. It is. There's murderers in C. We've just said that.
There's murderers in C who are not really murderers anymore. Like they've had enough birthday cake and they're like, you know what? I'm not going to do it again.
Do you think birthday cake is where we're going wrong? That if we get enough birthday cake into somebody...
Oh, Carl would give him loads more. Colin the Caterpillar everywhere.
Watch people comment, murderers and rapists don't deserve nice things. I know. Not beds. I'm already pre-fucking like, yeah, not beds.
But you're saying you do want to give them nice things?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. So that you don't know?
No, I'm saying I can see the comments
You're
going.
tying yourself in knots here, sunshine. That's what you're doing.
Is there something you want to admit to?
Make prison better so when I get there, it's all
No,
right.
this is. I'm thinking they're going to dig up a body, and you're like, you've done a lot of prehab here, and you've said, listen, I think prisoners such as myself.
He
in
told
the
me how
future,
he'd get away with murder years ago.
years
ago. I've always suspected he might be a murderer. That's why I've kept him so close.
What was the way I say get away with it? Forgot.
You said you kill someone completely random.
Oh, random, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be totally random.
I feel like you saying it on one of the most popular podcasts in England probably increases your chances of being caught.
Yeah, there's loads of murderers.
There's loads of podcasts.
Yeah. I do it with an
Don't say it on
umbrella.
off menu. You fucked then.
I do it with an umbrella.
What?
I put like something naughty on the end of an umbrella, like a needle, and just walk down and go, fuck off. Keep walking.
Yeah.
That's
Is there something else on the needle, or is it just an inconvenient scratch? Where did you?
Give you your
Tetanus is going to
BCG.
get you in 5 to 6 months.
No, there's like, I don't know, ricin on it or something. Anthrax.
That's how they did it. Somebody was killed in London years ago.
Really?
Yeah, a spy. Look that up.
Litvinenko?
No, that was
That was
something else.
Salisbury, wasn't it?
He played for CSK Moscow.
Left winger.
No,
That's how they got Easy E as well, didn't they? Someone like
Georgy Markov,
Yeah.
Bulgarian, was killed on Waterloo Bridge by a poisoned umbrella.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary
You
Poppins.
fucking hack.
Mary Poppins did 25 years for us. They just went with her or Rihanna were the two obvious suspects.
Oh, she'd be so popular in fucking prison, just pulling smack and telephones out of that bag. That was a Mary Poppins joke, ladies and gents.
A spoonful
You get
of
confused
sugar.
with David Copperfield.
By the way, I must be smart if the spies are doing it.
100%. And that's how they got Easy A, apparently. They stabbed him with their sweet AIDS.
Apparently it was Suge Knight when you beat him up. If you're watching Suge, I'm not saying nothing.
You're full
He
of
said it himself
you're
on like
full
Jimmy
of,
Fallon, didn't he?
full of hip hop conspiracy today, Carl.
It was if I would have done it, this is how I would have done it. Kind of
think
thing.
of OJ.
Like OJ, yeah.
Can I ask a question about Irish comedy, Neil, which
Yes.
I'm a big fan of,
Okay.
before we do a 30th minute on prisons
Yeah.
and prison reform? I'm a big fan of Tommy Tiernan.
Yes.
As I think we all are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is he
Brilliant.
held in a sort of regard like Kitson is held over here? Is it with Irish comedy? Like, I don't. Maybe this is an ignorance on my part, but like Adam was over in Cork,
Yeah.
Galway.
Sorry, and he was doing like a preview in the corner of a
Afternoon
pub.
warm-up show at like 1 in the afternoon for an hour while everyone's on their lunch.
Yeah.
Like 50, 60 of us in a pub, and it was just unbelievable.
Yeah, no, he is held in that regard. Yeah, he's. But I suppose he has more popular kind of mainstream appeal than Kitson. So he hasn't. So he's done that rare thing of holding on. Well, he looks like he is doing what he wants to do all the time. He looks like he's not compromising. That's what I always think. So he just happens to be brilliant at it. Just because it's popular doesn't mean it's not brilliant. It's like the Beatles. Just because it's popular doesn't mean it's not brilliant.
Yeah.
I think most people think he's brilliant, and I think the stuff. Like, I don't know if you saw the show he did a few years ago, which was him going out with and trying to improvise the whole thing, right? And he did a tour of it. I think, so like he wouldn't ask the audience anything. So he wouldn't get any outside impotence or stimulus. He would just go on and start talking.
Oh, so just riff on his own.
Yeah. With no outside, what do you do? Where are we here? What did you do in prison? What do you do?
So not a crowd work special.
No,
truly
no,
on the spot ad lib.
Yeah, and sometimes it was hard watching. Sometimes it was kind of amazing. But that to me is somebody who's kind of mastered his art and probably is maybe like, I've done all that. I'll try and do something else entirely.
Pretty much the entire hour we see him was it the Gospel according to Matthew? It was just all about that.
I love it.
He has this weird connection to people. He has this. It is art.
Yeah.
And I know it's really pretentious to say that, but I've only ever seen art like 2 or 3 times, and once was with him. I saw a gig with him in Kilkenny a million years ago, and it was like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at night, and he went on and he was talking about, and he goes something like, I used to love mass. He wasn't religious, but he says I used to love the songs, and he started singing a song, and everybody sang the song back to him. Like 500 people sang a song, like a hymn from our childhood. And Kitson was standing beside me actually, and Kitson looked at me, and I went, "No, yeah, this sort of stuff happens with them." He has this connection to an audience that's kind of extraordinary.
Yeah. It was,
And then also just killer, funny.
Oh yeah.
Some of the highlight reel of Tommy Tiernan is just like.
But he has
gobsmacking.
wildness. He has devilment in him. He
Yeah.
like it's not safe. It's not.
No.
There's this kind of low key trickster spirit that you know you're going to be teased.
But isn't
and-
that all good, good comedy?
I hate comedy.
Squeaky clean comedy. You're like, you
No
want someone who
interest.
just goes studs up a little bit.
Yeah, and the eyes light up, and you don't know. Like it's kind of weird, sort of storyteller around a campfire sort of shit. Like I think he's brilliant at that.
That I just remember
his control of the pacing of the hour was beyond insane when we seen him, because he would just he would get to the sort of crescendo of a bit,
Yeah.
and then he would take like a really long. And and then he'd go right back to like no momentum.
Yeah.
He would
There's a man who never played Watford Jonglers. Is that fair to
he
say?
would just immediately reset it, and it was like he sort of really slowly built up, and then it would sort of get to here, and then it would.
But that's like jazz, though, isn't it? It's a guy just playing with the form and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's exactly.
That's how
it
good
was
he
jazz.
is.
The African priest doing mass. This is an old bit of his that is still online somewhere.
Yeah, Zacchaeus come
just
down from the tree.
So wonderful.
Yeah.
Just go, if you're not a Tommy Tiernan fan, go and have a look. Where's your favourite place to play in Ireland? Where, like as comics, where are we missing out? Because I hear,
Vicar Street's brilliant.
well, yeah, we did a live show there.
Vicar Street's brilliant.
It's legendary.
The There's places like rural theaters are absolutely amazing because sometimes people are delighted that you're there, that you've kind of turned up.
Kilkenny is meant to be unbelievable with the festival.
The festival's brilliant. Yeah, I like North of the Border because they have a proper dark sense of humor, like the comics tend to go for. And there's like sort of, I remember there was a guy in the front row at a gig once, and I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm a paramedic." And I'm a child, so I said, "Have you ever pulled anything out of anybody's arse?" And he went, not at work. Like this. And his wife just went, like this. And nobody could look at the two of them in the eye for the rest of the gig. And she got up to go to the loo and had a very slight limp. And everybody just kind of, you could feel the whole audience. I don't know what that is. I'm disgusted. But there's a proper level of messing there that I like. That arena in the SSE arena, in the ice hockey arena in Belfast is savage gig. Because it's big enough to have that roar, but small enough to still for you to fuck around with. You should definitely.
Paul Smith did it a few times on his last tour and just said it was some of the best stuff he's ever done.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous.
Shane Todd's selling it out in November, isn't he?
Have you noticed then any change in your audience from doing like Dancing with the Stars and doing that more mainstream stuff? Have you noticed any
nearly fucking mainstream?
Nearly. I wasn't on it long enough for that. Oh, the great thing about that.
Oh, did you get hoyed off?
Well, yeah. So you don't get hoyed off. The worst thing is the worst thing you can do on that is do okay. So you do okay, you're mid-table, and you're like, we're safe. And then people, even if people are fans, there's no crossover between and Des Bishop rang me. Des is properly intense. He goes, "Man, you need to canvas." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Canvas. You need to get everybody to vote for you." And I was like, "Well, is that a thing? Can you do that?" But he was right.
Has Des Bishop done it?
Des did it, yeah. And Des is quite a good dancer. He was to use your parlance, hoyed off. But
hang on, but is Des back in America now?
He's back in America.
Right,
yeah.
so he's come back over to do.
It's great. No, he did it years ago.
Oh, right,
and he was kind of hoofed out too early, given how good a dancer he is. But it's not about how good a dancer you are. Like, I was mid-table when we were hoofed out. If you had been terrible, people would try and save you. Whereas you're mid-table, you're like, we're grand here. But, like, the outfits, man. The only thing you do, like, you have to go in and go, I'm up for this. I don't care what you wear, just throw it. But, like, a 40-year-old man in Dungarees, you look like a paedophile and the object of a paedophile's affection at the same time. That's what you look like. You look like someone should be handing you a balloon and then you're going to use the balloon for some nefarious purposes. But you just go, knock yourself out.
Have you got a...
Going to show you
I'm going to find some pictures.
Oh yeah.
God, sorry,
You can
Neil.
talk us through the outfits.
We can't help. We need to make that...
oh yeah, there you go.
The screens.
What's that one?
This one.
No, that's Ghostbusters. That wasn't great. The first two outfits are amazing.
Oh, there you go. We've made it a more bigger. Is that Ghostbusters? Oh, sorry.
The middle one there. There you go.
Here.
No,
this
down that one. Look at that.
Oh, Neil. A black sort of sequin number.
Sequined bolero jacket.
Oh, and you got to keep these.
Well, I brought in my own clothes.
Yeah,
that was mine. Yeah. I looked like Elton John at an Orange Order parade. Is how I would describe that. Look at that.
That's so funny.
And then they say to you about fake tan, right? That's the big thing. So they say, "Will we fake tan you?" And I went, "Well, I don't have time. I'm doing the gig in Limerick tonight." And they went, "Well, your arms are going to be out." And I went, "Okay." And they said, "Well, we can fake tan half you." And I went, "All right." So they fake tanned me to waist, and then the rest of you is pale Celtic. So you look like 20 Benson and Hedges, basically. I was fully convinced I was going to have a car accident and going down to Limerick that night. And you'd be sheared limb from limb, and they'd never be able to put the bodies back together again because they were like, he appears to have been in the car with some sort of Spanish lady. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant crack to do, but it's fucking terrifying. Terrifying.
It looks difficult. It looks hard work. The training, the week going up to the
what they do at the start. You have a brilliant choreographer, and she's like, "Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this step and this step and this step and this step." And after you don't get that 5 times in a row, she goes, "Okay, we're not going to do that. we're going to do this now." And then if you don't get that, she goes, "Can you stand there and do that?" Right. So they're very good at kind of matching your level. But I've never been more scared to do anything.
You still dancing?
No.
Ah.
Everybody always asks you that. You going to continue? No, fuck off. I did it for money, and I was being trained by a world champion. If I couldn't do it well with her,
Neil's still fake tanning himself.
oh, no, I'm very much, but only the same half because it looks so good. No, but it's I would recommend anybody to do it. It's absolutely terrifying, though. Would you do it?
Don't do it. Do it.
I think you're nailed on for it. I think you're going in the jungle one day, and I just hope this podcast is still going when you're in the jungle. Oh God! I can't wait.
God! Yeah, the offense archaeology.
We're never
oh my
stopping
God!
this podcast. If
No,
I'm ever in the jungle, it will be while this is still
beautiful,
going.
But
Yeah, and we'll carry it on, and people will be voting for him, and he'll win.
yeah, dancing on ice. Shoot me in the fucking
Dancing on ice in the jungle. I'm waiting for the crossover.
Would you do the jungle?
Yeah.
Would you do the jungle?
No,
Would you not do any?
mate, I can't eat chicken eggs. I'm not eating cockroach
fuck's it?
bollocks.
Eggs.
Yeah, I meant no, because over there, don't they have to eat
Dinosaur eggs.
I mean, he's right. I mean, generally, I would take eggs to be chicken eggs.
I've just never heard them called chicken eggs before. I was like, what the fuck's a chicken egg? Just an egg.
Hi, love. Can I please have the chicken eggs on toast,
Yeah.
please?
What eggs? You've not specified what eggs. We got crocodile, emu,
No, just 2 scrambled chicken eggs, please.
two scrambled chicken eggs.
I like planetary gravity. That's what I like. It's just gravity. No, I like to be unbelievably specific.
Earth gravity. Oh God.
But no,
Jurgen Klopp.
Jurgen Klopp.
Klopp. Jurgen Klopp. Fuck my life.
Chicken eggs Benedict, please, love. That'll do me.
Such a spanner.
I saw it happen in real time. I saw you say it. I saw him realise what he was going to say to you. I saw him get excited by that. And then, it was beautiful.
You've got
Why
it.
would that put me off it? If that was written on a menu,
does. It
I'd be
makes
like,
me not
Chicken eggs. Yeah. Do you like porky bacon?
Pig bacon.
Chicken eggs.
Yeah, but like, I suppose if you're a fussy eater, you might as well be out because it's all horrible, isn't it? Like normal food is horrible to me. So what difference is it?
Would
Like
you have a witchy
dried?
club?
I did a show where we met a survivalist in Ohio, right? And I got on really well with him, and it was about this kind of end of the world stuff. And he goes, "Here's your dinner," and he gave me a skinned grey squirrel. Would you? So he had the skinned grey squirrel in this hand, and he had the head and the pelt of the squirrel in that hand,
Yeah.
right?
Another question you were about to ask, Dan.
Yeah.
Can you just ask him immediately?
Would you eat something like that?
He's never eaten an egg.
Can I just tell you, I'm a fussy eater, right?
Yeah.
I don't eat chicken eggs.
Yeah.
I eat pig bacon,
Okay.
and I sometimes eat cow beef, right?
Okay.
And I eat chicken.
Chicken. Chicken.
But if you took the meat off a squirrel
Yeah.
and you put it on like a Turkish like grill, and then put it in a wrap,
Hang on.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest one ever. That made the new bell.
I'd have squirrel kebab.
Alex.
Every time you do it, you try and break them.
Okay, let me rephrase.
I'd eat it.
Let me rephrase that.
I'd eat it.
No, you wouldn't.
You hadn't had Donna meat until about 6 weeks ago.
And it was nice.
He doesn't like gravy, Neil.
Also, by the way, shout out Donomeat, which has probably got squirrels in it. Let's be honest.
Well, okay, that was not the situation. The situation was
Oh, over at open fire.
squirrel in one hand, squirrel's family looking on,
Oh yeah.
like a tragic Sylvanian family member, like a Sylvanian family member funeral.
Quentin Tarantino's Sylvanian families.
Yeah. Pelt and head of squirrel in this hand.
Yeah.
Looks like the thing you put on the top of a golf club when you put it back in.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. And he says, "Will you eat this?" and hands me the squirrel.
Hang on. Was he not putting it over the fire a bit?
Oh
I'm not
no! And we're not eating it raw.
Oh,
yeah. Look,
not animals.
It's up to me to put the squirrel, or squirrel as you would call it, to put it on the fire. Now, would you eat that squirrel?
The first time he had fish and chips,
Yeah.
Rishi Sunak was Prime Minister.
You ate out to help out.
It was 8 weeks ago.
He's
That's
scared.
frightening, it?
He's scared of food.
What was squirrel like? What was it comparison? What meat is it closest to?
Very like possum.
You asked for that.
Everyone always goes, gamey.
Yeah. No, it was fine.
Gamey. I don't know what that means.
Chicken game.
Yeah, chicken game. It's a great film.
Very strong flavors like pigeon or.
Oh, I'd smash a pigeon.
If you read the menu and it's
Sexually.
like carbonara, bolognese, squirrel, you would rip that.
I'd be like, that'd be a weird Italian restaurant. Innit? We do some traditional, some
So
non-traditional.
you're saying you'd have a squirrel wrap?
I
You
never
wouldn't?
have a pineapple on a squirrel.
You'd never have a squirrel wrap.
I'm telling you right now,
Okay.
you get the squirrel meat out, you take it down the lift, get it on the fucking grill, put some chips on the side, I'd smash it. I
Now, do you
promise
know what's squirrel meat
When-
in this point?
Yeah, when we
Okay.
were in Bahrain, we got taken out by the guy that was running the gig. He took us to a late night. It was, I think they're loosely calling it a restaurant. It looked like a kebab house, but there was dudes sitting around. And he took us down there and he was like, yeah, if tourists don't come here. And we walked in and like everyone, no one was rude, but they were staring at us like, what the fuck are you doing here? We were like downtown Manamah or whatever it's called in Bahrain. And he got meats out, and what they do, they have really large flatbreads and then just pile the meat in the middle, like just unload it in the middle, and you pull a bit of meat off, pull a bit of bread off, put the meat in, you make your own little kebabs. And they told us one of the meats was camel meat. And I smashed it.
Yeah, but
Now afterwards, they were like, you knobheads, it wasn't really camel meat. But we were like, oh, I think it was probably lamb.
Have you ever had duck?
But I ate it, yeah. And because it's in kebab form, I like that.
So you'll eat anything in kebab form?
Right, if you want to do Dan versus kebab food, you'd find that I was into it. You find me a squirrel, you fucking cook it up.
It's basically if you can see a face of it or not, is it?
No, I just don't. I'm just a bit of an 8-year-old when it comes to taste.
Would you have a camel bollock kebab?
No, I think you've found my line there. Yeah, I want the garlic mayo to come from a tub, not the actual jizz of the bowl. Oh no, I'm not into that.
How well do you think you do on I'm a Celeb? Would you be able to eat all that stuff?
I'd give it a good go, but I'd probably throw up a lot. Yeah, I'm competitive.
Yeah.
So like if I was in I'm a Celeb and someone came back and they'd done the challenge and they were like, oh, 1 star, sorry, we're having fucking toenails for tea.
Yeah.
I'd want them dead.
They're from the
Like
Wirral.
I would
Did you hear that? I heard that.
Toenails.
like I would just
That's where I think you'd make the best television.
I'd just
When
be like,
someone was being shit, I
you're
think.
such a shit house. Like what like
Honestly,
You wouldn't be able to hide that
Oh,
reaction.
Adam, I wouldn't wanna
hide it.
You wouldn't be supportive at
I
all.
wouldn't want
Hungry Adam calling someone a stupid cunt
Yeah.
on ITV would be
Just-
phenomenal.
Just Michaela Strachan, just really upset, and you go,
I'd just be like, what are you doing? Why are you even here?
you should be
You
catching the
soft
food.
cunt.
Just tell them you want to go. If you're not going to fucking lick a kangaroo's cock or whatever, give a fucking hippo a blowy, whatever the challenge was, just get it done.
You've been
so
watching
we can
a
have
very
some
gay
fajitas.
version of this
That
show.
would be against Ofcom, that one.
I think, forget about you being on the show. When they need to update the look, I think you need to be the man.
Just sort your head out. Just do what you... And because
Do what you
I'd
need
be
to
like
do.
that with them, by the time it come round to me doing it, I'd be like, I'll show you how to fucking suck a hippo off. Watch. Everyone's having fucking Colin
Do you know when
McCarthy.
they
Drive on the marmoset. Come on. That's what we're here for. This is what we play for.
Not even in the challenge. Just in the woods.
Adam Rowe has gone rogue and he's wanking off kangaroos. What the fuck is a hippo doing in Australia? I don't know, but he loves getting noshed off.
Then if you were starving and they went, you can have Christmas nachos unlimited, but you got to suck this hippo off. Would you do it?
And you know when you see a hippo open their mouth fully, that's what's happening under the water.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a difficult animal to...
You're starving, 10 days in, Christmas nachos, and they go,
Hang
don't
on.
suck that
This
hippo.
this is so ridiculous. Is the hippo stood up like, hey, I'm a hippo? Or is it lying down like, go on? Is it...
can't
So
talk.
hang on.
It's the position of the cock itself.
Is it consensual? Am I...
The hippo's
No,
gay.
you're not. You're not.
Oh,
no,
I'm
you're
not
not forcing. I'm not.
Hippo's there like that.
No.
Hippo gives you the bobble.
As we said a long time ago, you can't... It's got to be consensual past a certain size of animal. You can't...
You can't rape a bison.
No, it's got to want it.
Can't.
Would you
Hippo's
suck-
there like this going, hey, I'm a hippo. You know what I mean?
Draw me.
From egg, but put on the
Hippos
coat
like
and me
draw
boots.
me like one of your
Oh,
French
Dick.
girls, Dan. He's leaning back.
Can you Google how big a hippo's dick is? And I absolutely know
Just
that's in
click
the
on the
trailer as
bookmarks you have already.
But you
well.
are
Neil Delamere, Dancing with the Stars.
you
How
are
big is a hippo's
suspicious that
dick?
it's Ant McPartlin dressed as a hippo.
Oh, that'd be fine. Attractive man.
2.5 meters.
What?
What?
The average. Go up. Go
back up.
No,
Go back up.
The average length of a hippo is
Oh, that's just a full hippo.
What kind of hippos are you seeing?
2.5 meter dick.
Adam.
Have you ever been to the zoo, Adam?
It's sexy zoo.
Weird, sexy. Look at that.
I'm gonna say it's like 12 inches.
No, it's got to be more than that.
Bigger.
Yeah.
It is African.
Yeah, 12 inches isn't that big.
It doesn't.
Mature content. Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm out.
There must be a website that says the size of the average
It
hippo.
literally does. It's like it's been wiped from the
I know
internet.
we can't put that picture online, but can you just save that? I think that should be the thumbnail.
It'll be my wallpaper.
This is why we need Attenborough's number, isn't it?
Something's happening here because it's literally not on the internet.
There's an
We
animal
normally
penis
get to-
chart here. You're lying.
I'm on it.
So apparently they're similar to a gorilla
There
in
you go.
terms of cock size. And the gorilla.
Oh well, now I know.
An adult gorilla's penis is only 2 inches long.
Oh,
There you go.
it'd
You
be
feel at home there.
very familiar.
Like sucking yourself off that, wouldn't it?
Let's all do the same joke about my small dick. In answer to your question, yes.
No one's got any idea.
Shall we have a break?
Yeah.
That half-hour chat, that was 56 minutes. Wasn't it?
Lids, do us a favour, yeah? You love us, don't you? You love this podcast. That's why you're listening to it. And especially if you're watching on YouTube, helps us immeasurably. If you go and leave a comment, like, subscribe, and turn the bell on, it sends us through the roof with the algorithm. It costs you absolutely nothing apart from half a second of your life and helps us no end. And you can follow us on socials, can't you, Dan?
Yeah. Have a word pod. I nearly said my handle then. Have a word pod. Just give us a follow and comment, and don't just like something. Retweet it, share it, put it on your stories.
Just be sound.
Yeah,
Costs
be a-
nothing to be nice.
Be a good egg.
Hello.
Part 4 of whatever. 4. I've got my Fiends show, Dan Nightingale and Fiends. I've done the first 2 of these Dan Nightingale and Fiends shows. They've been really fun. I've got another coming up on April the 18th, Thursday the 18th, at Pins. There's about 40 tickets left. Mark Nelson and special guest, along with me and Dean Coughlin. Tickets at dannightingale.com. Adam, have you got any pluggy plugs?
Yeah, I've got some more tour dates coming up.
Cool. Well,
Go to Adam Rowe.
guess who's selling well?
Cardiff, Blackpool, Huddersfield, Leeds, Durham. Durham's nearly sold out, actually. Really big theatre as well. It's going to be good, that. And there's more. Bridgewater. There's loads. AdamRowe.co.uk. And the big one is the Arena on the 18th of May, which is the night before the last Premier League game of the season. And if that show goes well and we fill it and Liverpool win the league the next day, then I'll be dead by the Monday. So you should come to that show because it might be the last show I ever do.
And Neil, you've got some shows coming up in the UK.
Yeah, I'm doing Hot Water, and I'm in Liverpool. I'm doing Frog and Bucket very soon, actually, when this goes out. Leeds and just maybe kind of about 10 dates around. So people.
And where do we find your tickets?
NeilDelamere.com. I also do a podcast called Why Would You Tell Me That? With a friend of mine. We do random shit, so we talk to people. So, like, we had the guy who invented Bailey's on the other day. This guy in the 70s, an ad man in England went, I wonder what if we just horse whiskey into Irish cream. Wonder what happens there.
You become a millionaire.
He got £3,000.
Wow.
Bailey's has sold billions and billions and billions of quid's worth. Or we talk. We had Susie Dent on talking about the origin of words.
Yes.
We talk about just anything that remotely that interests us. So people can check that out as well. It's called Why Would You Tell Me That?
You're one of the few comics who's done real countdowns several times, because like there's 2 countdowns now, isn't it? There's the Catster's countdown and then there's regular countdown, but you're regularly in Dictionary Corner with Susie.
Yeah. She's class though. Like she's just, and she looks amazing.
I said that.
She's been on television for 30 years. She makes Paul Rudd look like Len Goodman, I think. She just looks amazing.
No one's ever said that.
No, I think it might be the first time anybody's ever said that. Yeah,
That sentence
But
has never been put together
She
before.
looks like she's 25. She
And
hasn't
she's
changed.
playing the game, isn't she?
Yeah.
She have they got a computer back there? Or is it her? You know when in Dictionary Corner,
Yeah.
there's a guest on and they go, we've also got, you're like,
So that's-
Susie's given
That's what-
the
that's what-
fucking answer, aren't she?
No, so you're sitting beside Susie in Dictionary Corner,
Right.
and she if you don't get a word, she will, go, that's there, and write down something. And you go, that's what.
Because everyone's playing the game. Like, they're not just is that how it is manageable for the people that are doing it? Because she's been doing it for fucking ages.
But also, the guests on now are just unbelievable because they all play each other online. So I was on it one day, and the guy was on. He was a poker player, and he got 2 9-letter words in his first 3 or 4 rounds. And when he got the conundrum, he pressed the buzzer, got the conundrum, then looked back at the clock to see how long it took him. Like, that's how confident he was. And so, like, he was like, player.
Is this like Premier League football? Like, any champion now would smash a champion from the 90s?
I think so. I think they'd absolutely smash
Yeah,
him.
because back then there wasn't any online way to prove you were good at it. It was just people applying and going, I can do countdown.
So
and then turn up and they're like, I've got a 3, a 2.
So and there was less words.
What?
There was less words back then.
How many more words are there?
There's words out of the dictionary every single year.
All right.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
There are more words. There are literally more words to choose from.
Right.
So
I've got a 9, Bumberclot. I'm not having that. What new? Surely there's not that many new words.
But there are some new words.
Okay.
He's right.
That's a 10
But
word.
so now when they go,
took you a second though. If you'd have got that quicker, I'd have taken the slam.
what did you say?
It's a 10-letter word.
He just
So you wouldn't
literally.
be able to have it.
He just counted the letters.
I remember when
You're a
Lee
cunt.
Mack got steadings. Do you remember that? Lee Mack gets a 9-letter word, and no one believes him because he's like, I have a 9-letter word, and they're like, oh yeah, whatever. And he goes, I have steadings, and it is, and everyone's like, what the fuck? So usually then goes, wow. That is the pinnacle for me. If I go on there and get a 9-letter, I'll just kill myself.
Cool. I know. Yeah.
True happiness.
Good chat. Good chat.
Talking about killing yourself. Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your initiation has begun. You must bleed yourself in front of us. Commence.
Finn, have we got any celeb encounters?
We do have some celeb encounters, but
People have been sending in their celeb encounters.
Yeah. First, Neil, do you have any? Have you had any weird kind of celebrity encounters over the years?
Do you know Tim McGarry, host of a TV show in Northern Ireland?
The Blame Game?
Yeah. So myself and McGarry went to the Champions League final.
Which one?
In
We've
Paris.
been to so many, you see. So.
In Paris, yeah.
In Paris,
and
when you lost.
anytime, yeah. That is a very good point. I
Carl's
would
an
refer
Everton
you to the last time Everton were in a Champions League final, though.
We probably lost.
What?
We probably would have lost anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Well, this is true. Well, we got tear gassed though. So
Yeah.
they tear gassed the people in front of us, and it was coming towards us. And the French cops went boom and fired it into the crowd. And but they forgot that Tim McGarry was raised in North Belfast in the 70s and essentially laughed in their face. He was just like, and I'm like, this is horrendous. And he's like, is that kind of what, sandalwood or something? But the guy who was standing in front of us was like right in front of us when this happened. Was, his name Fisher Stevens? Do you know the guy from Succession and directed was in Johnny 5?
Let's have a look.
Short Circuit? And in Succession as the PR guy and directs David Beckham's...
Oh my God, he's the psychologist in Friends.
Yes!
There you go. You just got...
He was standing in front of us in a pork pie hat and a half and half scarf as the tear gas moved towards
I've just lost all respect for him. Half and half scarf.
Yeah. Deserved it.
He was in Friends. Oh, he's a cunt.
Yeah. I knew the half and half scarf would do for you. I knew it. Yeah.
He's great in Friends.
Yeah.
What a great little cameo he had. Define me.
Wasn't he in Antarctica or something? Wasn't he some sort of research scientist in Friends?
No, he was a psychologist
no,
who
that's
dated
David.
Phoebe.
That's
That's who?
David. That's David.
Was that Paul Rudd?
That is Hank Azaria.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
of
right,
course.
sorry.
But he sort of psychoanalyzed the whole group.
Ah.
And they all ended up hating him because they're like, fucking pack it in. Like, you can see it too much into our lives.
Could you date a psychiatrist? Or I don't reckon I could. Because I reckon as soon as you say something, they go,
Adam's therapist already wants to fuck him, so it's
No,
like
she
one
doesn't.
step
She's
away
just a
from
lovely
it.
woman who can see all my talents.
Wow. You got that in a tea towel.
She sees me for who I am.
Can you imagine saying something there like, of course.
How long have you been seeing this particular one?
About a year on and off. We've had a couple of breaks, Things don't always go well.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
The therapist.
Yeah.
That's nice. She loves him.
But we are assuming, I assume, only getting his version of events.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
This is Adam's version of events. Every time it goes in, by the end of it, she's like, unbelievable. You've changed everything for me. Adam.
Do you know when you've got one mate on a stag do who goes, I think that lap dancer likes me?
Yeah.
Is that
No,
is that what
I'm not
this is?
doing that. I'm not trying
that
to
what this
present
is?
that this woman is just
She
a
said I
brilliant
could go pro
psychologist.
as a patient.
What?
Yeah.
She said I could go pro. as
We've
a
made a
patient.
breakthrough today, Adam, that you are as clever as you've always thought you were.
Yeah.
And now I think you're clever, in fact. Here's the money
Is
for
it
this
okay
session.
if I tell other people about you?
She's just very good at getting things out to me. Yesterday was a very rough session, very tough.
Was it?
Yeah.
Tough mudder.
It was rough yesterday. It was difficult. I had a difficult night afterwards and I've had a difficult day, but I've held it together because
You've
I'm
been
professional.
brilliant today. God, you're such a fucking trooper.
You mean you're suffering and you still pulled out chicken eggs? I mean, that's
Gold.
That is.
Gold. He can, even when he's in the emotional depths, still call me a cunt. And that is the strength of this podcast.
Yeah, it is. People want consistency.
Yeah, they really do.
And as long as you keep being a cunt.
If you've bumped into a weird celebrity or been tear gassed in front of someone famous, have a word pod@gmail.com.
Oh, I thought you were going to say there is a number that you can ring.
Yeah.
It's a very specific number.
This first one's from Carl. I saw Momo Sissoko in the pizza place on Smithdown Road, Liverpool, a few hours after a game. It was when we used to get the scores off teletext, and I'd missed the game, so I found out the score from him. Next one, Josh.
Yeah, but is that... If you were a professional athlete...
Stop saying it like that.
Professional
Athlete. Try
Profession-
again. Athlete. ATH. Leet.
How'd you say...
Athlete.
How'd you say picnic?
Picnic.
Picnic.
What?
No,
Picnic?
not unless you're Yogi Bear.
I had picnic before. It's a picnic basket.
Say cinema for Neil.
Cinema.
Yeah. What was
No.
Say cinema.
cinema?
Yeah.
He goes cinema, does he?
Cinema.
Where do you get a bath in the cinema?
Your Mars.
Your Mars cinema.
So send him in. Have a word pod@gmail.com.
I got Ali Sissoko kicked out of a club.
Oh shit! I forgot what I was saying.
Q once.
Momo Sissoko.
No, Ali Sissoko.
Oh, fucking
French
hell.
defender Ali Sissoko. I was queuing up for...
No relation.
Was it Empire?
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the queue behind me. And I was like, lad, what the fuck are you queuing for? What do you mean? I was like, the bouncer's going to know who you are. They're going to want you in there. You're a footballer, blah, blah, blah. And he went, okay. Walked to the front and went, can I come in? He was like, yeah, you haven't queued up. He went, no, I play for Liverpool. He's like, I couldn't give a fuck, mate. Get to the back of the queue. And I was like, lad, I'm sorry. It was fire, though.
But pizza after a football match, that's what you do, isn't it? I think that isn't that what all athletes do?
Yeah, it's carbs, yeah.
Just
Carb load, yeah.
smash what they're not allowed beforehand. So that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They all have pizza and pasta before games.
Yeah. That's the Arsene Wenger way, innit?
All the Liverpool and Everton, after the derby, they're in nabsies.
We'll do one more, and then we'll do some...
All of them.
Good goal, lad.
We'll do
Like,
one-
it's like a wedding. What side do you want? Blue.
We'll do one more and then we'll do some man play. This one's from Adam Starkey. Celebrity encounter for the pod. I bumped into Dan Nightingale in Albert Schloss, Liverpool in December. He was out with Ishan. I nipped for a piss. I came back and my pint of German lager had disappeared.
You lying little prick.
So on form.
Oh, here we fucking go.
Any more stories of this man's mind sweeping? Get them in to the Patreon or have a word pod@gmail.com.
I was in Albert Schloss in December, though.
We
That
know
part-
you were.
that
There's
part's
fucking
true.
evidence here.
Oh, it's
So
yeah.
you steal people's booze, do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I love it. And I like snakes. And I always go for picnics
Picnics.
with athletes
In the cinema.
In the cinema.
Dan is a minesweeper. He's bad for it. And recently I brought it up. I wasn't even having a go with him, Neil. I was just saying, you like a little minesweeper every now and then. And he got really angry about it.
Not what he said,
And
not what he
since
said.
then, people keep writing in with their own stories of when Dan has mineswept them. Okay? And this is just,
Floodgates have
that's
opened.
probably piece of evidence number what? 1922, something like that?
1922. That's when I started. I was already 40. You Stupid.
And what
prick.
is it? Is it the thrill of it? Is it like?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Do you know when
Make a
Winona
bank.
Ryder did all the shoplifting? You know, is it that? Is
I
it,
do it with Winona Ryder.
do you?
If I ever am out on
She's
the
mad
piss
for
with,
it as well. I've
when
heard
I'm
that
on
about
the
her.
piss with Winona,
Yeah,
you
And
know.
Anthony Waddle Thompson, wasn't he stealing cheese?
he was stealing cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
What a
honestly.
He was leading the way there.
What a weird little gang that you
Three of
have.
them walking to Albert Schloss. Dan Nightingale and Waddle Thompson and Winona Ryder.
It's like a mental start to a joke. That.
Stranger.
What?
Sounds like a mental start to a joke. That.
And did they get you into it, or did you get them into it, or
we met online.
yeah? Is there a support group or something?
Minesweepers
Just
group.
admitting it now.
Yeah, I love it. I
There's
love
nothing as
it.
good as illicit suds, is there?
I love date raping myself. That's the best. When you accidentally drink something that's been fucking tampered with. Dan Nightingale's asleep. It's what he wanted.
Right, we're gonna do some man play.
I'm 100% setting up an email address and emailing
Oh,
some. When he was in Dublin, oh my God.
You will be one with we've been looking for a new feature. I think we've got it. Shoot me in the cunting face.
So Neil, man play essentially
Chickens
is
come home to roost, sir.
Chickens come home to roost.
Nasty bitch. Child, upset me. Nasty bitch.
Don't count all your
What type of chicken?
chicken eggs at once, mate.
so man play.
I don't
Neil.
count them. I just steal them.
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
I just steal them. Is that your punnet? Is it a punnet of eggs?
Can I go?
Strawberries.
I'm going. Right. Man play,
but- yeah,
Neil,
but-
is
Man play,
essentially when the things men or women do on their own that is a bit weird. So an example of this is
Running up the stairs on all fours. People like make a cup of tea blind to see if they could do it.
You must have little things you do as a man when you're on your own, when you're just entertaining yourself.
Foibles.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't think of any right now.
Someone said
that's fine. We've got some examples that
Okay,
people
good.
have written in.
I have a friend who steals alcohol. I mean, I say friend loosely after this conversation. I think of a mortal enemy that steals alcohol.
You good mates with Winona?
So this first one's from George. Whenever I go clothes shopping with my girlfriend, if she turns away for more than 3 seconds, I'll scurry off behind clothes racks and hide for as long as I can.
Yeah, hiding in shops
Oh.
is a good one.
Yeah.
When
well,
I'm throwing bottles out at a bottle bank, I wait until there's nobody else there, and I put my arm in all the way up to the shoulder and pretend I'm a vet.
it's the perfect.
That is man play, the epitome of it.
All creatures great and small.
Brilliant one.
That's such a good one.
All right.
This one's from Emily. Woman play. When the shower screen steams up, I'll push my boobs up against it to create 2 circles and then draw smiley faces and other patterns with the booby prints.
That's sexy.
It sounds like a boy has written in like a 12-year-old lad has written in pretending to be a
what
woman.
I would do if I was a lady, I would do booby paintings.
And when we were in the changing rooms, we just lick each other's pum-pums. And Coca-Cola comes out of my nipples.
This was from Jack. Wag lids. A little man play I do is when I'm walking anywhere, I'll walk like I'm in a Grand Prix, trying to hit the apex
what?
of the turn.
A Grand Prix.
A Grand Prix.
Trying
Très
to hit the apex of the turns in the pavement and basically trying to shave seconds off the walk as much as possible.
I am a bastion of efficiency. I do all sorts of stuff like this.
There's a lot of phrases that can be used to describe you, and bastion of efficiency is none of those.
When it comes to admin, I am a bastion of efficiency.
Did your therapist tell you were a bastion of efficiency?
Yes.
She calls me Little Bastion. She calls me Sebastian. Schweins. What was the guy who's playing?
The fucking crap.
Right, last one. This is from Katie. When I walk my dog, I empty a packet of Starburst into my pocket before I go. Then when I'm out, I dig into my pocket and try and guess which colour sweet I'll pull out next. In my head, I pretend I'm on a game show, and if I get the sweet colour right, I win £1,000. Then I have to decide whether I want to stick or gamble. So guess again on the next sweet and double my money or risk losing it all.
I think it's quite bad that she's only left it as low as £1,000. Like, if you're having a fantasy world, then you've got to sort of, why she made it BBC One? Like, go ITV where there's fucking corporate money, sponsorships. Every sweet's worth, £2 bill.
Also, why would you have a stick?
$2 billion.
TV doing good.
Have you ever seen any television show where it's £2 billion for?
£1 billion drop.
Well, maybe this is the one.
Cost of living for you.
The cost of living crisis, was, or like the sort of, the lack of money in TV is probably was never exemplified more than when the £1 million drop became the £100,000 drop.
Did it?
Yeah.
But it was still called the £1 million drop?
No?
No, it was called the 100k drop.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. It's just still TV.
And no one ever won it anyway.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hard, that one.
What's this on?
£1 million drop.
Channel 4. Davina McCall.
Oh, lad, it was great.
I went to watch it being filmed.
It was like gambling.
Of course you did.
Lou Conran was the warm-up.
You went to watch
100k drop. Yeah, it was in Media City.
used to
That
live
was
there.
all I could do with my time when I was a skid
You know,
student.
Finn's a big quiz show fan. Quiz show and comedy.
So's Neil, though. Neil,
Harry.
you're a big quiz show fan, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
And you've been on The Chase and stuff.
Been on the chase. Been
What
on
did you get?
Mastermind.
What did you get on your cash builder?
9.
Wow.
You're also humbling yourself because you won Celebrity Mastermind.
I did Celebrity Mastermind, and they rang me and said, what do you want to do? And I really wanted to do it. And I went, I'd like to do a special subject, the life of Reg Hugh O'Donnell, the Gaelic chieftain between 15 something. And they went, who? You can't do that. And then I was so desperate to be on it, I went, the Vikings! All of them, forever. And they went, yeah. And I hung up the phone like a fucking idiot. That's 4 continents, 300 years or something like this. And then I went up.
Hang on, you got an interest in You didn't just.
I did a documentary on the months, and I kind of thought it was interesting. And then I did it, and I was up against the winner of The Apprentice, who did The Wolf of Wall Street, the film.
What?
The film. You watched it for 2.5 hours, and that's.
So you just rewatch it. You're an expert, and
Yeah.
you're doing 300 years of Viking history.
Because I'm an idiot.
And did you beat her?
Yes.
She's the idiot, mate.
Superb.
Get the stuff.
I'm into my Vikings a bit.
That's amazing.
I love it.
Did you ever see the one that's filmed in Wicklow? It's brilliant. So there's one called The Vikings and Vikings Valhalla.
Yeah.
But if you live in
I've
Dublin,
watched. Yeah.
it's brilliant because all the main characters, like, you know, they all make an effort with their the accents. All I will like they'll say to but all the messengers and all the bit parts are people from Dublin, and they haven't tried with the accent at all. So the main people will go, you messenger, go into the town and get and tell the Earl I will fight him in single combat. And then the lads are like, oh yeah, I'll pop in now, yeah, you want that in Tesco while I'm in there? No, they're all like, if you know the accent, it's really fucking bizarre.
Oh, I love it.
But I watch all that stuff, man.
What's the comedy one on Netflix? It's fucking brilliant. There's like a piss take one.
Oh, is that the one that's done in 2 languages? That they did it in English and they also did it in Norwegian. There was 2.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, it's so watchable.
Norseman.
Oh, it's fucking
That's good,
great.
I didn't know you were into the Vikings.
Yeah, I do like a bit of Vikings. I think.
Group of people who love bevies and stealing. Interesting.
Oh, yeah, you're always pillaging,
Oh,
He was-
thanks for holding back on the other one. Yeah, you're always pillaging. You know, you're not too bad. You don't do the first. 2024, Dan. Put your long ship away, lad. No, because I'm descended from Vikings. Almost definitely. Like Anglo-Saxon, like pale skin, blue eyes. My whole family's near a river. They'd have sailed up there,
Is
done a
this
bit
a new
of.
Tinder profile?
Yeah.
My whole family lives near a river. Wow, what
They'd
a
have done
catch.
R&P back in the
What a
day.
catch.
Blue eyes near a river. Whoa.
My ancestors got their head bummed in. That's what I'm saying. I reckon.
What Viking, what have you kept from the Vikings then?
What? Yeah. Well, this is the bit I did on stage, and I probably
Oh, is
wasn't
it?
first wave Viking. I was more like third wave accounts and stock checking. Like I'm descending from the Viking who was like, have you signed for that shield? I've got a job to do here, big lad. Like I understand that at 5'8", I'll probably, yeah. But I still think I've got a bit of Viking heritage.
Love it.
I like it. I like the idea of it. And that's the end of the podcast.
I like Vikings.
Everyone just absolutely gut. Lads, what the fuck are you on about? Neil, it's been an absolute fucking pleasure having you on, my friend.
Absolute pleasure to be here as well, gents.
And go and see Neil. He's, as Adam said, a behemoth, a fucking brilliant comic who does naught but smash. Go and see him on tour. And yeah, when's the art special out?
The art
because
special
it's
is
going
out
to be
on the...
The 12th.
It's out on the 12th of April at patreon.com/haveawaypod.
We are about to hit 26,000 patrons, and every month we put out a special. Some of the best work we've done. Every week it's the patron exclusive. We told you about that. We've been on a great run of form. But I think this art special is one that, weirdly, I think it's going to go down as a bit legendary. It was...
It's one of the best things we've ever done.
Special.
Yeah. So that comes out The
12th. And remember, if you're a £10 patron on the 22nd of April, you will get 2 brand new posters, one of which is signed, one of which isn't.
I'll sign everything.
No, you
one of them
won't.
will be signed by me.
No, you won't. You're not allowed.
Some of them will be signed. Neil, it's been a pleasure.
We've got a song.
Here we go.
So this one actually took some detective work because I got an email from Dan after the art special.
Oh, I met the guy from Casino.
Yeah, but you didn't say that, did you? It said no subject and it said play one of these tracks. That was the email.
You love these.
Yeah, and I'd been minesweeping all night. I was pretty drunk. In all seriousness, I headbutted a wall
I had
later
to do
on
some
that
detective work and figure out who it was, and it's Casino, who are great. I've seen them live, and this is their tune, Fever.
This is Casino. Our next song, it's called Fever.
Fiddling with pigs.
They are dead good.
Are they?
Yeah.